Okay,
God damn it.
just pretend that a video was playing this entire time. Because
Oh,
the chat thinks we're
God.
late, so we're not exactly late if there was a
We
20
are
minute
late.
Even if we're mega late, it's still okay to press the button for a couple of seconds.
Hey, I was
Also,
ready.
You
What
can
do you
still
guys
play
think
the
about
video.
this black screen? I kind of like this.
It's like the void.
Yeah, we're contemplating the
It
void.
looks.
Feels like a psychological trick that you're playing on us.
Yeah,
It
what
looks
does
like it didn't
make you
cost
feel?
very
What do you
much.
see in the darkness when the
Looks like
darkness
you
stares
didn't
at?
make a presentation.
It's staring back at us.
I see a
Hey,
lack
this is my
of a
presentation.
subscription fee to
Looks like you didn't
StreamYards.
make a presentation.
No, I have. We can want to jump right into it, and then we'll do other stuff later. We'll do experimental
Cool.
structures
Sure.
on my show.
Yeah, let's
Experimenting
do it.
on Pear's channel.
Yeah. So
Hi, chat. Oh no, fuck it. No. Hello, chat. Welcome to the show. I'm just gonna do it anyway.
So this
It's
is
great.
the creative block.
It's great to see you, Creative Block, for attending the show. Talk about writing. There you go. That's all you
Are we
need.
simulcasting to the Creative Block YouTube channel?
Oh.
Yes, I am. I
You
don't
know
forget
what's-
that.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know what's
Neat.
funny? I'm the one who set that up, and I'm the one who always forgets to do it.
Good job.
Yeah, you got to remember to hit the extra button.
Yeah.
sent
And I
out-
like hitting buttons.
Yeah.
so.
I sent out an email today for my website sign
the
up peoples,
Fuck.
and it probably went to your promotional folder. So
Yeah, that's
I don't know
what's
if you
been
could shut that off
happening to
or something.
me.
It
But-
probably
I
went
think
to
I
my
got it.
I
home
promoted a
or
little
show.
Creative Block and put the sub to the Creative Block channel in the email. So
Oh,
Oh, hell
cool.
yeah. That's awesome.
Nice.
Right, everybody go
The
subscribe
Whittler
to
next
that.
week. The Whittler. We're all excited for it.
yeah,
Yes.
We're hella Henry Bemis. We're hella excited.
yeah. Hey, you guys were
fucking
talking.
hell.
I caught that last week, and Pear talking about how Bemis wants to bring Hella back. I never stopped saying Hella. I think it's a West Coast thing. It was
You
never
are
around
all
here.
Valley girls.
Wait. Okay.
Every time I hear Hella, I think of that. What is that? Life is Strange game. Those weird and stuff.
Oh, they don't say hella.
Hella.
Okay, this week I did a shitloads of lettering. I had one opportunity to add hella. There is the word hella appears
I'll
once.
never forgive
Oh,
you.
I love that. That's
That's amazing.
autobiographical.
Ah.
That's amazing.
I put hella in Connell this week.
So if Rushbrook's in the chat, I don't know if he's in the chat yet, but I picked up Hella from the fighting game community. Everybody that would play Street Fighter would say Hella, and Bodied as
Bodied is normal. Why would I don't? My impression of people who play Street Fighter are not people who say hella all the
Yeah,
time.
it's a huge community out on the West Coast, and they brought Hella
Cool.
over here, and yeah,
They tried doing hella in South Park as a Cartman thing, and then they stopped.
really, it's part of the vernacular.
For sure.
I guess I just don't like people from the West Coast.
Oh my!
I guess I just don't like people.
Yeah, that too.
Warning. I am incredibly tired. This will even be one of the weeks where I don't participate because of how tired I am, which never happens. I always fucking.
You're
You
tired.
bring it. You bring it.
You
Hella
sound
fun.
like you're drunk.
Yeah, you sound like you're sick, actually.
That's what I mean. I am so deliriously tired that I'll probably make way too many terrible perverted jokes.
Oh yeah.
You're going to baseline.
Yeah, natural factory settings.
Yeah, which is just like
That's
tons
the
of
baseline.
Oh well.
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to it. How does this upscaled tiny image?
It's PlayStation 1. It's good.
It looks
It's kind of
Adorable.
appropriate
I
for
like
this
I like
stream.
cursed shit. I really like.
It's
really
not
like.
cursed.
Yeah, I heard you
Resolution
talking about
of
the
it.
shell bean and how
Yeah.
you love it because it's cursed.
Yeah, I've been seeing some other cursed stuff. Oh, I wonder if I hope I shared or I bookmarked. one.
Chat, pull up more cursed imagery. I want to see what cursed means to you.
It kind of means like terrible
is a
aesthetics,
curse?
but it's so bad it's good. I
I
did
wouldn't
not
say so
bookmark what I
bad.
was
It's
thinking.
good.
Yeah.
It's just revolting, as long as it's a revulsion response.
Revolt.
I was
Yeah, there's that
Ooh.
too. But Yeah, like this is cursed. Like this exact amount of like blurriness.
Pixelation.
Yeah, like but if it was
I see
sharp pixelation, that's pretty. We like that, you know.
No, this is the resolution of text on a GameCube loading screen.
Yeah, this
GameCube.
is like if you upscaled something shoddily and it's just
Mm.
the worst that it could possibly be, which I really was happy with that. You got to
Hey,
work
wh-
hard to be the worst, people. Come on, I hope you.
God, it's hard. It's hard work sucking this much, guys.
Oh my god.
Did I spell it right? I don't even know.
Sai Shahala Glee.
Let's see here. I think you
Size
spelled it right.
holo gay.
Phil's the writer. He would
Ology.
know.
Yeah, you spelled it correctly
Yeah.
there.
I typed it into Google Docs,
Psychology,
screen
yeah.
capped it, moved the screen cap into Clip Studio, and upscaled it a bunch.
Nice.
I didn't yawn.
Oh yeah, Del A says my convention banner was cursed. You guys remember that?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I tried to forget, but thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, you did design that. And I'm like, hey, do you wanna maybe you should use some of your art from Vatican City? You know, it's
I think
like
the word
really
design
popular
is-
right now. And you're like, oh yeah, that's a good idea.
It's heritable.
No, this is okay.
It wasn't even. There was no art. It was just a picture of him
No, there was
leaning
art.
over this orange background.
I have had a perception that this level of curseness has been, like, at least in some way engineered, purposeful. You know what I mean? Like, ironic to some degree. But no, it's just fully earnest.
Oh
like-
yeah, yeah.
Maybe
Maybe
yeah,
that's what makes it so special.
yeah.
That
'cause
gets
it's-
into a little
it's-
bit of what the presentation is about.
It's 0% fake.
Yeah. So we'll do some weeks, but this is what I want to do. But pre-week talk is this poem. I know you guys like poems.
Ooh, poems. Yeah, the least gay form of literature, as Michael Bancroft says.
Definitely
Apparently.
all
Yeah.
love.
According to
poems.
gay people.
And now Charles Bukowski, you know, they call it an appeal to authority, but he is a legit famous writer. His writings are pretty sweet. He's a good writer. He's an interesting
He's,
fella.
I found him to be a
I've
little
heard of him.
nihilistic, don't you think?
Is he? I can't remember. I don't know.
Yeah. You should watch
Well,
Barfly.
I mean, we'll read this. I'll read it out loud, and people can read along. But it's it's called "I Met a Genius." I met a genius on the.
Jesus,
Sorry,
mute yourself.
I'm
I
tired.
had to burp too. I met a genius on the train today. And I think not to temper people's what they think, but
Lord have
I really like
mercy.
this poem. I like a rare poem once in a while.
This
Usually
is a
it's
poem? I
Twitter.
thought it was a list of things you're going to talk about.
No, this is a Charles Bukowski.
I think I should
poem.
start drinking.
Yeah. I'm trying to get some extra sales on Hotel Story. So if we get a couple backers on Hotel Story, Rini will take a shot.
There's a guy called Charles
Sure.
Bukaki? What the fuck?
Yes,
Wait.
that's definitely what his name is.
What are we talking about now?
There's a guy called Charles Bukaki.
Yes, that's his name, Charles Bukaki.
It's Bukowski.
Feels
Yeah,
like
so
it
his life
begins.
story is a little
Fucking
interesting
Poles.
too. He was an alcoholic his whole life, just to live in life, you know, and writing. And he wrote all these classics, but he kind of got discovered later. He was like maybe 50 or 60. I think he might have been 55. And he got famous then. So then his last 30 years of his life, he was just like partying hard, loving, you know, loving being famous. But I think he was a little jaded that it came so late in life. But he also was kind of into it because he's like, yo, this is why I got good in the first place, because I lived in the fucking shitter for years. So I have tons to write about. He's like, none of you folks have nothing to write about because you all got it easy. That's what he was saying.
And then he died.
He was a
True,
huge
you
alcoholic.
have to
Yeah, he
go
drank a
through
ton,
shit.
lived life.
Was he an alcoholic before, or did he promote to alcoholism post
He
success?
seemed to be always
The
an
whole time.
alcoholic. Watch Barfly, but I also wouldn't recommend it because it's not a really good movie. It's about his
Yeah,
life.
I
How
guess
much
it's about
do you
him.
guys think artists need to live like
Zero.
a life full of struggle before
Oh.
they can create art?
Okay.
Why?
I predicted incorrectly. Yeah. You gotta.
Oh, did you
deal-
read the poem? Did you skip ahead, you bastard?
Jake,
Wait,
mute
no, I'm
yourself
gonna
for
read it.
about 2 hours.
Oh,
No, he was trying to predict what I was
This
gonna
is-
say, and shockingly,
I'm
he
not
was
that bad, am I? Okay.
He was
You're
not,
asleep.
you
This is
know,
all a fever dream.
did not have prescience.
By the way, we
Good night.
Yeah, by the way, we got 18 people watching. Thanks everyone for being here.
We got a couple over on the
Hey!
Creative Block channel as well. We got Fatima
Cool.
over there. What's up, Fatima?
Nice. I have
think
a
it's
treat for
pronounced
everyone.
Fatima.
It is this poem. I'm going to read you guys this poem.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
building
hear
up
it.
too much already, but I'm seeing what the chat's saying a little bit too. But okay, it's called "I Met a Genius." What do you guys think the genius is?
Well,
I
let's
want
hear
to
the
talk for this
poem.
poem about for an hour if we can. By the way, I don't
Could
wanna
we
go-
Oh,
hear the poem
God.
first? Just read the damn poem.
No, let's make predictions.
What's wrong? What's bees in your bonnet today, Phil? What the fuck? Phil is.
He, the
Don't say,
poetry
I'm
is
about
to
okay,
read the
poem.
Maybe we should read the
Phil.
poem.
And then asked us what genius. Who's the genius?
Yeah,
Phil's like, he made a bukkake joke. That's it.
I don't
I'm
like
not-
this
I'm
either.
not-
I just tell me who the genius is.
yeah. Dale A says Jake's at 0.5 speed. Maybe that's you're still functional, Jake. You're just slower.
Hmm.
Okay. I met a genius on the train today. About 6 years old. He sat beside me, and as the train ran down along the coast, we came to the ocean. And then he looked at me and he said, "It's not pretty." It was the first time I'd realized that.
That is so dumb.
Why do people like poems? What is
That is so stupid.
is poetry a beauty is in the eye of the beholder type thing?
Okay,
Okay.
there are poets that I have, so like Shakespeare, you read his stuff and he is a poet and a genius because the poems written by Tolkien, but it's like, why is this a poem? I don't understand. It doesn't rhyme. It doesn't. Maybe there's some hidden technical thing that. But I'm a regular person who hasn't studied poetry and isn't some like hoity-toity. I understand all the hidden techniques. So this is completely unimpressive. This sounds really dumb. A 6-year-old was like, "Wow, the ocean is kind of fugly today," and he's like, "Oh my god, this is the most intelligent person I've ever met in my life." Like,
It's like subversion. So
could've
like
told you, like,
I look
real
at
ugly.
his stuff like how like what 1960s font like modern art is, right? You know, like how it's like a lot of I feel like this is a psyop. Like someone just found this bum, Charles Bukowski, is drunk and was like, "Oh, this guy has
That makes
a
more
bunch of
sense.
notebooks and he should be somebody. He understands life of a different quality than I ever have. So we're gonna give him a bunch of money." Yeah, I think it's very like non-art. Very
Dale
subversive.
A says I'm crapping over something I don't understand, and that's unusual. I was asked my opinion on this poem that is in front of me.
I think
and my
Dale A-
opinion
I think-
is
Phil
it
doesn't
sucks.
like it. Rini
I
doesn't
think-
like it.
I think Dale A is correct.
Go fuck
Jake-
yourself.
Jake, do you like it or not like
Do
it?
you love this poem? Is this the most amazing set of verses you have ever laid
Okay.
your
So
eyes on?
liking it is like big brain, but like all of the brain is happening in your brain, you the reader. Hating it is, I am somewhat of a poet myself. Like I can write whatever. I'm indifferent to this. It has no effect on me, but also it doesn't. It's like, okay, cool. What's the riddle? Is the answer teeth? Like,
I'm waiting
No.
for you to prove me wrong.
Is the-
You need
is-
to show me why this is so brilliant.
Is the answer
Put me
the
to
wind?
shame right now. Tell me what
Yeah.
hidden message is in here that I missed.
Well, for me, it kind of worked on me because it kind of blew my mind because I've always thought the ocean was beautiful. And then when some kid suggests that it's not, I'm like, fucking A, dude, it is a piece of shit. The ocean is a piece of shit. And so it like blew my mind. I was
Well,
like,
it
"Damn."
depends on what part of the ocean you're looking at, doesn't it? If you're in New
No.
Jersey, then it's ugly.
Yeah.
All
you
over
got
the
this
Bahamas,
big
it's
deal,
great.
ugly ocean.
Hashtag not all ocean.
yeah.
Hashtag not all oceans. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah,
Alex,
so
Alex is on to Jake.
how this ties into the presentation though, this is a good example of psychology behind art. So like here we have two points of view kind of at odds that challenge each other, and that's to me can be interesting. You can dismiss it in some ways, like the kid being contrarian, but I kind of think a lot of contrarian shit's pretty interesting usually. But yeah, just imagine everyone loves the ocean and somebody just comes along and goes like, the ocean actually kind of sucks. But
Right.
then if it actually does suck, you're like, damn, you actually did change my mind a little bit. That's hilarious.
Easily influenced pair.
I
By
do
the
not
wrong
accept this
people.
as art.
But it's like, who's the dude with the stupid who just throw paint at a canvas?
Stephen Hawking.
No, it's not
No, Pollock.
Polk. Is it
Yeah.
Polk?
Pollock.
Yeah, what
yeah,
he was like a
P-O-L-L-O-C-K.
government psyop.
I believe that. Half of modern art is either money laundering or
Modern
government
Mart. He
Oh.
was a serial.
Modern Mart. Modern
He
Mart.
was a high-profile assassin, and they paid him by buying his shitty art.
Yeah, that's a cool story, which you should write.
Bro.
Who's Polk? Is Polk a writer?
Pollock?
No, I know.
Jackson Pollock.
Pollock.
Oh,
What
Pollock.
about-
I don't know.
What if you put it this way for this is like
Polk.
that the kid,
Hold on.
everyone sees the ocean and they see all the lore of the ocean, which is all this majestic
The
shit.
law.
Yeah, and then so you aren't
Lore.
even seeing it. You aren't even actually seeing it. And then some kid comes along and he truly sees it. And he
Okay, well, then I would say, sure. This is getting at the human psychology that you do not operate based on actual observation. You build up a model of the world that it's a quick reference. So you think ocean. Oh, you think all the meme words pretty. But then, a new point of view, a kid, 6 years old, they don't have that. They're building their model. They dare to say, well, it just looks like some rainy blue shit.
Yeah.
And
And
you're like,
doesn't it make
"Ah."
you wonder, like, what else am I missing? Like, what else do I just take for granted? And I'm totally wrong.
Well,
Opposite.
no. I actually think the danger is that the kid is like a little communist. It's like the family is a lie. And you're about to be like, oh, maybe it is a lie. Like, no, the ocean's
This-
beautiful, goddammit.
Right,
Fuck
the
you.
kid is a nihilist,
Yeah.
like what I just said.
He should have punched the kid.
The intention. First of all, I also, somebody said they hate free verse, and I agree now. I hate free verse. But besides from the free verse, I think it's the example that he gave that kind of makes it not work. Because if the intention is somebody looking at the world with clear eyes that are new to reality, that aren't clouded by all of our prejudgments and our assumptions, they have this brand new take and new angle, a new point of view. That's just astounding, and that's what he means by genius. That's a great premise for a poem. But then this example is not great. It would have been better if it's like, oh my god, look at the miracle of life or something. Wow,
Well,
it's
I
something
think-
more awe-inspiring that we ignore in daily life would have more impact.
Like if
He
it's
just
the
hates the
reverse.
ocean.
Yeah,
No,
like
I
if
think that's
Bukowski's like, the
Yes.
fucking ocean is boring. And the kid,
Yeah.
right. I think
I
that's
think
his
it's beautiful.
point. A lot of his writing is gloom, doom and gloom. There's no reason for us. Everything is just a waste. You know
This
that-
poet does that, Phil?
that. Yeah, I think he's calling something that should be celebrated like it doesn't even matter. And I think
Okay,
that
he's
connected with
definitely
a, connected with a lot of like hipsters in the 80s and
Oh,
such.
so I was right.
Okay, so he's definitely a postmodernist psyop then, because
I
it's all
mean,
doom and gloom. Like
it's
it would
It's a
if
good poem. It just doesn't actually move
No, it's not.
me or anything. It's a good
if you're
poem.
going for doom and gloom and our life doesn't matter, it should have been like, oh, I walked down under the Milky Way and the kid's like, oh my god, look at the vastness of the universe. We don't matter. That would be more impactful than this.
I think it's okay to like doom and gloom. You can kind of like multiple kinds.
Oh, I love doom and gloom. It just this isn't that doom and gloom. Like, go all the way. This is just nothing.
What
No,
about one last thought on this is like, so it even if it's like this is kind of a similar thing, but like what if it's like a forest? And yes, you can see if the idea that someone would see a forest not as like a majestic, beautiful like nature preserve, but just as like boring, stupid pieces of wood with freaking annoying animals that suck. Like that's hilarious to me. Like that just there's all these like hidden psychological points of view that you could give a character. Like if you write a story
Yeah,
about a
and-
guy who hates the forest, that's funny.
I mean, I think of course, it works better with comedy where it's actually supposed to be the contrast is supposed to have levity to it, but this is not.
This is
I
hilarious.
think that's
You-
what he's going for. I don't think
you
he's trying
do-
to make you laugh.
You have
I
a
think
peculiar
he's trying to
sense of
make
humor.
you as miserable as he is.
Yeah, he's trying to make you hate reality that you've come to know is nice.
Yeah.
Maybe this
you
is
guys,
like
all right. Now
East
you guys
Coast
are blowing my mind a
culture.
little bit.
But I like it for that. I look, this is most definitely a psyop poem, and it's like I respect the attempt. Like I see the mind virus for what it is as it tries to enter the gates, and it's the little Trojan horse of a 6-year-old saying oceans are gay, and I say, ha ha, no wooden horse, goodbye, good day to you.
Mm,
But
you
yeah,
will not enjoy beauty.
no, I will
dare
enjoy
you.
beauty.
I Googled
No,
thinking he grew up in
definitely.
some post World War II commie shithole, but he's from California
Hey, he's from like Cali from the 80s. Like,
or 60s.
he's
I
just
mean,
some-
that is a post World
fun.
War II commie shithole, though.
Yeah.
that's also true.
Bankrupt, you should get Rob to write a poem. You should have a poem off. A
Yeah.
poem off.
Well, yeah, there
I'm
was
Being very mean today.
there was an idea to do creative block poems.
Oh no!
No!
Yeah, I remember you signing us up for that on your show. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you
I like-
legitimately like poetry?
We can do haikus.
Who, me? Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
you're an Edgar Allan Poe.
Of course, he likes
Oh, right.
poems.
You wrote a character with iambic pentameter. Right.
Yeah.
Of course you like
No
poetry.
poetry.
Is his
Taylor coming
name?
in with a good Bukowski quote.
Edgar Allan
The
Poe.
problem with the world is that intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are full of confidence.
Well,
Picture just a
that's a
drunk-
good
What is
thing.
that
I've
again?
heard that
Victorian
before. That's great. If only that this
Victorian
poem was
Victorian.
as
That quote is
well
Cope.
put as that quote.
That quote is
Cope.
Cope. That quote is I'm a scared little baby, but because I'm smart because I am. All of
That-
the stupid people.
Hold on. But that quote is better than this poem. I
You
would
think
say.
so?
Yes,
That's apples to
if
oranges,
only
but I'm
this
okay with
poem
that.
was
Oh.
as well written as that quote.
This guy did not deserve to be ever well known.
Why did you pull up this?
That's how I feel too.
This poem is
agree.
like one of my favorite pieces of writing
Well.
I've ever read in my entire
Why?
Your favorite pieces of writing that you read this week?
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but now I don't know because you guys are kind of making a good point that it's so nihilistic. Maybe I shouldn't like it so much, but I don't know.
I'm with Mike. Yeah.
It is
Beautiful
no.
writing.
You are. Don't let us ruin your enjoyment, Pear.
Right.
No,
I
okay,
am just
but
opinionated.
Look, as a piece of writing that's trying to do something, it's highly efficient. It is actually functioning. It's psyoping Pear the way it intends to. It's working.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Pear
know,
is-
I
It's not
don't.
even. I don't even feel like it's necessarily like where I'm like, oh, the ocean actually sucks. He's right. I'm more just like, oh, damn, the opposite of what people are talking about is way more interesting.
Just a different perspective. And I think
Yeah.
that's why he became so popular. Whoever found him and you turned him into this, a well-known writer, they were like, wow, this stuff is it's so different from my life I've lived and my perspective. I think that's probably why they pushed his work.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Oh.
Well,
could be.
Yeah. But like, look at this. And how long do you think it took him to write this as opposed to Edgar Allan Poe writing El Dorado or The Raven or Dream Within a Dream?
I reckon the soy bukkake spent years on this, and the Chad Poe probably wrote The Raven in an afternoon.
Oh my god. Well,
no.
maybe or not literally, but Poe was a working writer. Like he had deadlines and he worked for newspapers, and so he had to hit deadlines to eat. Where this guy was just at bars all day writing in a notebook and never made money off of his work until he was in his 60s, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, who wants to
that's
be
cool, too.
60?
That's like cooler in some ways. But that's cope.
It's
maybe.
cooler to be broke and not know
Well-
how to make money.
Well, no, it's cooler on the contrary, Perry. It's cooler to be put under pressure on deadlines and come out with masterpieces because
Oh
of
man,
that pressure.
that has been happening to me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Masterpieces, you
Yeah.
say.
I always-
How's
I would
how's
say-
your guys' week? What
I
is
would
this
say
on your
pro-
screen, Jake?
I would say pressure makes diamonds. Well, you can share my screen. It is not untoward.
Napoleon said that.
This week. And I'm glad that Brandon posted this. I'm glad that a mere 6 minutes ago, Brandon, the world finally recognizes the genius. So I saw this week. There's like a paper that some scientists tried to finally big brain the Jake view on reality.
Yeah.
That everyone has future vision and your inklings and gut reactions are actually, she says future memories, which I think, that's open to interpretation. But yeah, the non-linear model of the universe that I always try and tell people is my view of reality. Finally, there's a scientific paper behind it. So now I can be vindicated. But yeah, look, it says your consciousness can jump through time. That is a very leading phrase. Like, what? No. Your consciousness is in all of time, all the time. You just happen to be on the little slider. Like, when you're a YouTube video that you're watching it, the YouTube video doesn't jump around the whole video. You just at one frame of the video that already exists. Anyway.
Mhm.
Have you guys seen anything about this? Do you have any perception of what I'm on about?
No, but
Yeah,
it sounds cool.
we talked about it a little bit. My brother and I on a stream a couple months ago. Yeah, basically, our brain sends information back through time from the future, or our brain, some part of it knows everything we're going to do, and gut feelings. That this paper says gut feelings are just our brain understanding what's going to happen in the future.
Well, yeah.
Why wouldn't that just not be precognition?
It's quantum tunneling.
I mean, but wouldn't precognitivity be quantum tunneling the same thing?
Oh, you mean just prediction?
Yeah.
You could definitely see it that way.
Knowing the future could be reinterpreted as quantum tunneling, as you call it.
Some of us call it intuition. But yeah, all I'm saying is finally science is catching up to the big brain point of view on reality that I've had all along.
Hey, maybe you didn't have it all along. Us talking about it months ago was our brains telling ourselves this moment of seeing this article.
Phil,
Back then.
no, you
I don't
just going
think
crazy with
that's how it works.
it.
How it works. Now, what I don't understand is these quantum smells with dogs having quantum noses. That I don't understand.
How do you not look? Everything is connected. Everything. Oh God! If you even believe in the fucking Big Bang, can we disprove Big Bang already? Can someone just make a generically understandable thing that's like disprove Big Bang? The idea is everything was touching each other right at the beginning of everything because everything was like one singular point, and then it fluctuated into the negative and positive and created reality. And all that stuff because it was touching. Now it's all quantum linked. So it's like you can non-locally reference it. You can just everything can affect everything instantly across all time and space, and that's how dogs smell.
So that's why my dog's paws. That's why my dog's paws smell like Fritos.
Yeah, because in 10 years' time, it'll step in some Fritos.
Why
Yeah,
are
you guys are
you
blowing my
feeding
mind.
your dog Fritos?
No, he's not eating Fritos. His paws just smell like Fritos.
Okay, that means somebody gave him Fritos and he stepped in them.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I wouldn't let
delisted.
him near seed oils. Fritos are full of that.
Oh, right. I do believe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Oh.
part of my week. It was cool. It was interesting to see.
Cool.
Wasn't
mean-
that like 6 minutes ago?
No. It was
Time
the
is an
other-
I
illusion.
saw this earlier in the day.
okay.
I already precogged this tweet would be made.
Brandon.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
Maybe.
no, this is Brandon just tweeted this before the show, and I thought it'd be funny to instant, like in real time, bring up the
Good.
vindication. But I saw this earlier this week. I wonder if I
Well, there
can.
you go.
I wonder if I can
Vindicated.
find the actual article.
It doesn't exist.
It's it's
What if
erased
it's
from
just a
reality.
fake headline?
Nail Bunny is blowing our minds. He said Fritos are wet dog flavored. What if that's the truth? And instead of your dog smelling
See,
like Fritos, it's the
Nail
other
Bunny
way
is
around.
a 6-year-old genius right now.
Yeah, that is actually mind blowing. Look at that. That's a new perspective.
Well,
Bukowski should have
I-
consulted Nail Bunny.
I think a whole bunch of like government research on consciousness got put out recently without anyone noticing and blah blah blah, all of that stuff. And like, you guys heard about that Kardashev mirror or anything where it's like a spiral and you sit in it and you fucking time warp around? It's like a fucking spiral mirror that forces you to like out of body experience, and you just see the whole. You can zip around the whole world as like a matrix, like where you have the timeline slider.
No.
No, where do I sign up? That sounds fun.
Okay, Kardashev mirror. This is like
Jake, your entire theory just got disproven by critical reads, by the way.
how can good feelings from the future? Wait, I didn't finish. I didn't read it. If you die, right then from not acting it out. What?
As in, how can you get gut feelings? Do you still get gut feelings for the future if... Okay, wait, that doesn't make sense. Like, what if someone gets a gut feeling that the train is going to run them over, and then they just stand there
Look,
and get run over?
No.
and then
The scientist is
Doesn't
putting
make any
their own editorialization by saying phrases like "your brain can time warp around," because that's how you make a fucking headline that gets their article read. The truth is, everyone has future vision, and if you're an intuitive person, right? The way I see it is, the way that you have fuzzy memories. Okay, part of the idea is you don't actually have memory. You can just look backwards with your brain because you've already run along the path, and it's like you can kind of like look back at the trail you walked, and like walk along a mountain and like, look backwards, and you're like, oh yeah, that's that path. But then if you look,
so your brain is like quantum linking to all the past locations your brain was in through
Yes.
space-time.
yes,
And because it has that ability, then sometimes we just haven't opened it yet, but it can reverse the direction of that quantum linking to places your brain will be in the future.
yes, essentially you don't have memories. You just have the ability to look at where you've been.
But what
And-
happens
That's
when
interesting.
like yesterday I was at work and I was walking down to the arcade and I was trying to think of an actor's
Spectrum.
name, and I could see the actor in my head, but I'm like, I know this guy's name, but I can't remember
Yeah, you
his
went.
name, and I'm like, it's got to be in my brain somewhere, and then I just gave up.
Yeah, because what you should have been doing is should close your eyes, open your third eye, access the past. Phil's,
So your
Phil is not in a
quantum
good mood.
linking is
What is
weak.
wrong with Phil today? He's like completely not going in on anything.
You got to do what Sherlock Holmes did. He goes into his little secret mind castle and he has books.
Is
of-
deja vu the term for dreaming of the future?
Huh?
Oh,
Deja
I've heard
vu.
tons of stories of people dreaming about the future. I don't have a lot of experience with these kinds of things, but so in Chinese I have seen too many things coincidentally happen and with like Chinese fortune telling though. So I'm not gonna. I actually am not just pure science. None of this stuff exists because I think there's a high possibility There's more out there, and this could be real. Okay.
The same way that you can look to the past using your third eye, I think you can look to the future, and it's just you're either attuned to it or not, and that's not like, oh, you either have the ability or not. It's just intuition. Like if you stop believing in your intuition, it'll get stronger, and you'll be like, what the fuck? How did I be able to predict all this shit?
It's all
Like
about belief.
Like if you meet someone and you're like, this person's fucking crazy, they're gonna definitely refund if they back my campaign. And then it happens.
That's your third eye told you that?
I
Yeah.
don't think you need a third eye to predict things like that.
Well,
But yeah, no, it was great. Also this week in the news, if it seems to do that, giant interstellar rock coming into the solar system from, it's called Atlas or whatever, and my god, is it frustrating seeing everyone being retarded about it and be like, it's a fucking spaceship. Today they found out that like it has nickel, but it doesn't have iron. That's only possible in a factory process for refining metals. It's a giant refinery coming for us.
Ooh,
Like,
that's
oh my
It sounds like a big distraction.
wait, I watched a video on this like 3 weeks ago. Atlas,
It's
and then
been
they're like,
coming.
"Oh, it's fine. It's not going to hit us."
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
no, because it's going near Mars. They're all
Oh.
like, oh, the trajectory is like perfectly aligned to enter the inner solar system and then like hang out there. It's clearly a big alien spaceship.
Oh, it's like the Borg.
Something like that.
Oh, that's
Sounds like a distraction from real life problems.
cool. It's all
It's-
fake.
It's frustrating because it's part of it is like, oh, it doesn't have water ice and it's not emitting steam. It has a corona of carbon dioxide. Like one headline was like, it's a chunk of Mars. And that's just them being leading because it has a similar makeup to rocks from Mars. Fucking hell.
Guys, we got
Super chat.
from Tungsten. Tungsten, how's it going, man?
I was literally today
Hey,
just thinking of Tungsten. I'm like, man, where's Tungsten been? I
He's
wonder
around. He's
if you
just
guys are.
busy. I DM with him here and there, but
I wonder if that book. Speaking of aliens, if that book you guys were gonna do is ever gonna happen. Shout
I
out to
know. I
Tungsten.
can't
What's
wait.
up, brother?
And Costin's still working on it, and
Oh,
so
wow.
it'll be sweet when it's ready. I think
What-
it's kind of close. So,
It's called Modded, right?
yeah. The lore for that's funny. Yeah,
I like it.
that was like because Tungsten mods Nerf guns with 3D
Yeah.
printers and
Yeah,
electronics
Tungsten.
and stuff.
OG.
But
Yeah.
so yeah, he says, I believe the poem impact depends on when you encounter it. I recall studying the charge of the Light Brigade in school. It meant little, but after serving in the military, as all SB men do, I appreciate that poem more. I can definitely relate to that. That's like me in Titanic, the movie Titanic.
Yeah, that sounds like a real
That's
poem.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it depends on when you encounter it and also if the poem's actually good or
Thank you
not.
for your service, Tungsten.
Yeah.
Well, it's not serving America, but
Well, he's serving
still,
someone,
well
right?
done. Singapore.
Serving Novel's bank account with that super chat.
Hey,
Check this out real fast. Jared did this. It's a GIF for Hotel Story, and it's
Wait, a
Adrian
what?
recruiting. A
That
GIF.
is apparently
That's cool.
that's apparently the correct pronunciation.
I'm
according to
gonna
the guy
ignore that you
fucking-
said that. That's a very cool animation.
The guy who made up that word is being a contrarian of his own
Yeah.
word.
He's
And this looks
totally
like-
being a contrarian. He's just saying that because he knows it's gonna piss people off.
I didn't
Yeah.
see this one yet, though. I like this. I
I
saw.
saw the other one.
two
Yeah,
other
we're,
ones. Yeah, you
we're
did.
working on something. It's gonna edit them all together. It's gonna be really cool.
That
For the
sounds
Indiegogo
fun.
launch, which is in like 7 days, maybe. So keep an eye out. for that.
Cool.
Yeah, look, you're nearly at 8,000.
I know we're like one off, so this is why I want to mention because we got 32 people watching. Does anyone who hasn't backed this yet? Does they want to take the plunge and get us past 8,000? Let's do it tonight. Eh?
Play,
Wait.
play the old trailer right now.
Is there an old trailer?
Play
Uh,
last time part one's trailer.
Oh yeah. Part one's trailer.
Yeah,
I do like the new trailer though.
Yeah, I don't have it on easy access. I think, but
Boo.
yeah,
Play the
But
new
yeah.
trailer.
The trailers are both cool. Check out this one or the part.
I
one
I
trailer.
love the music in the new one.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of anime style.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shizzle.
Oh,
Yeah, so we just keep that in mind, chat. Phil, how was your week?
It was awesome. I got back from Tejas. That's how the Mexicans say
Tejas.
Texas. On Monday, and yeah, this week is blown by, probably because I didn't go to work on Monday because I was on a plane. But it's been awesome. I saw a bunch of awesome people down in Texas. Shouts to Ghost House, Matt Weldon, Jake's best friend John Saboines.
I love that guy. Did you say hello from me?
I did, yeah.
Was he like, that guy never emailed me back? He's a dick.
No, he didn't say that.
Okay, good.
No, yeah, it was super fun, and yeah, I got some feedback on the Western as well because I brought some copies down there. And today I tweeted out the variant cover of the Western. So we're doing a regular version that's printed on like normal comic paper, a black and white virgin cover with no trade dressing or anything, sketch cover, and the newsprint retro version. And here is, this is the special reader copy, advanced reader copy mystery edition, where we redacted the villain on the cover. So this is all you guys get to see. And I had to blank out the logo. I put this up on Twitter if anybody wants to go get a close look, because it's colored in like dot matrix coloring on here.
I saw that and liked the colors.
It looks so dope on the cover, printed. We did the old school like 70s dressing with a new Zaid Comics logo that looks like the back of a
Does that
gun.
cover make anyone else want to go?
Mm.
Pew, 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 pew?
Yeah, it is definitely lots of guns in here, so it's going to be sweet. And that launches next week. And if you guys are on the mailing list, you got an email today, check your promo folders. And I think there's a way to take promo stuff off of promo. I'm not sure. I'm looking into that. I was talking to Shani about it. She's doing all like our website stuff. And she said that it might be because I used all capital letters in the subject line. So I don't know if you've been doing that, Irene, too, because I know you've been running into promo stuff.
No,
gotta-
it
I
really
gotta
is
see
the
that.
email service. Yeah, but you
It's
gotta
wrong.
avoid using all caps.
Yeah.
Alex
Over there,
VRB
so
has a
it's marked.
tagline for you, by the way. Put it on the back cover,
How the West was whittled.
or we Brian. Put it-
Whittling away at evil one
Do a
bullet
whittled
at a
cover.
time.
You should have a whittled cover.
Whittle. People were saying Whittle House on the Prairie is another one.
Yeah,
You
that's
need a
almost
ver-
too clever. I don't like that one. It's not.
you need a
personal.
variant cover where the
I like
logo is the Whittler.
That would be good. Well, there,
Yeah.
if you guys check your, I'm gonna post something tomorrow, but people on the mailing list, check the email. There's a Whittle surprise in there for you all. That's gonna be part of the campaign. It's gonna be a big announcement tomorrow on Twitter. So, but yeah, we did a bunch of like site upgrades. We have a funding bar now that works, which is dope. So it's gonna be awesome. Bancroft's next week. It's gonna be good stuff. Yeah, just been busy with that. So a lot to do.
You got to stream every day of the week for 5 hours every day now, Phil.
I know. I'm back
It's the
in.
only way to make money.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, but that's about it. That's been my week. Just working on all that stuff. And I got some lettering done too. I'm lettering another project for someone.
Phil, okay, then I'll run this by you. What is a good rate for how many pages to get done per day for lettering that makes you respect yourself?
Well, is it my book or is it someone else's book?
Any, either average between the two.
Well, someone else's book, I'm just doing like a page a night because I got other stuff to do. But I mean, it's all depends on deadline and stuff. You can
Mhm.
knock out. I mean, I feel like lettering 3 pages a day is pretty easy.
Well, because Bancroft's in the chat on a
Yeah.
stream, he said, "You know what? If you're a competent letter, I bet you could bang out 3 books in a day per day." And I'm like, "Man, 3 whole fucking books."
3 books a day?
I'm like, maybe if you're Eric Weathers and you're like plugged into the fucking precog matrix and the
well, that's his
build-
job.
If
and he
you
also-
have
I mean,
all the assets and everything, and you don't have any crazy styles to do, like if you're not,
if
if you
you
don't
are
have to
living
hand
off of your
draw all
lettering,
this, if you have to
then you
hand draw the
should
sound
letter 3
effects and
pages a
stuff, it's
day.
gonna take you several days.
Well, it feels like you're about to jump into something, Pat, so I don't want to interrupt.
No, I
Hey.
agree with. Well, I've been lettering the past couple months, and I can do like 8 pages a day. Pretty
8 pages a day.
Parse
That sounds
down
about right.
I think okay, then I guess
Yeah.
my week.
I have a day job. All right. So.
Well, you need to get rid of that.
Yeah, be like
But-
us.
My actual week wasn't the stupid time travel. It was just a bit. My actual week has been lettering, and I suppose in the last week I have lettered all 50 pages of Connell Chapter 1. I am sharing something.
Oh,
I don't think this would be spoilers because it's just the balloons,
Screen
right? Like
cap.
if I zoom in, like there's nothing, this isn't spoilery, right?
It's all right.
Yeah, this is a bunch
I
of
can read
chaos.
that. I know the story now.
Wow, amazing.
Chaos and cacophony. Look at
So,
that.
That's
yeah,
kind of fun to look at.
This
Like,
This
is
is like your worldview in a nutshell. The past and future all at once. Time is an illusion.
Yeah.
yeah. Where are you on the timeline?
Yeah.
What are you precogging? But look, this is the entire 50 pages of Connell that I got lettered this week. Now you can probably see why some of the last week I reported that I got like 16 pages drawn in a week, which was insane. You can probably tell from the low amount of lettering that not too much complexity was happening on some of these pages.
Yeah.
Look, on this one, it's like there's an experiment of whether it's going to work or not. I think it will
Yeah.
work.
It's very
whether-
long.
Oh, because you're
Yeah.
gonna have the line go through the middle of the book.
It's going through the middle.
Mm.
But like,
Oh.
my thinking is when the book is opened as tentatively as someone would open a perfect bound book,
Yeah.
those stems would actually feel very short.
Right.
I wonder. I'm guessing this is an extreme close up.
Yes. It's an extreme something.
Oh.
This page I'm really excited to see what people think. This very particular one, everyone who is watching can remember. This ending one is cool. But yeah, look, I've got some orange here. I've got some blue lettering here. Some white text in black bubbles here.
Yeah.
Like it's all over the shop, and I can go to like the earlier pages.
That's crazy.
And look, show the little.
Oh, it's
little
too
hot.
close.
No, no,
Oh, that's
no.
awesome.
People have seen this, but yeah, like
That
these
is
are
cool. I like
these are
that a lot.
the one thing I noticed is you can get like if I click on this, you can choose like this profile for the width of the lines, and I customized like 3 different ones. But like it makes it go from just being a dead line, like in these stems, and it has this cool fucking varied line weight to it. Like it makes it feel alive. Like it's kind of crazy.
Screen cap. I'm getting the whole.
I like the
story.
line quality on your speech bubbles. Man, I with Fiendish, I just have like I think I kind of just I use the same stroke length or width for
Yeah.
all the speech bubbles just for consistency's sake, and I think it works better with more detailed art. I don't want to make I feel like things will get illegible if I get too fancy with the lettering. But like I like what you're doing here. I feel like it fits Carnal because there's a lot of motion to the lettering, and that's cool.
Every single bubble there is mouse drawn, like created bespoke to the. There's no copy and pasting. Well, actually, some of the hearts are copy and pasted.
Cool.
Yeah.
How dare you!
It's like
Completely
all-
inauthentic. Refunded.
But some people
Um,
just have like their standard bubbles that they just like copy paste in everywhere and resize, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, my stuff looks very basic compared to those heart bubbles.
It's
That's why I
Really-
do only one page a night.
Rini, how's your week? And then let's get started on this presentation. I
How
gave you guys
was
that
my
teaser,
week?
that great poem.
My week was struggling through specifically like one page of pencil. I don't know why this page was so difficult. There's no reason at all it was difficult, but it wasn't technically complex. I mean, kind of, I guess, because I had to draw Thalfren in Perseverance. It wasn't a boring page. Sometimes you just get to a page and you kind of are, it's a trudge to get through it, but I'm through it now and I'm starting a penciling new page. I've been penciling, guys. I've been penciling.
Nice.
I feel like because last Saturday was the 30-day, the midway point for the Fiendish 3 campaign. So, oh yeah. Well, first of all, yes, the last Saturday was the 30-day closeout, and it went very well. We're past 50K and almost at 55K last time I looked, and I just posted an update on the campaign announcing the next stretch goal for 55K. Insane. Still saying that number. I was not expecting that.
You
but
crossed 50,000. You crossed the. Last time I checked, it didn't go to 50,000 yet. That's crazy.
I said, yeah, it's past 50,000. It's almost at 55.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 50. That's what I meant. 50.
He's tired
Yeah.
tonight. He's a tired
I've
boy.
noticed. But yeah. But so that went well, but I feel like just I streamed so much for the last few weeks and for the 30-day, and I've been trying to be on top of sending out emails, posting little promotional graphics and stuff. I was a little tired. I was a little burned out this week, but I got penciling done. And that's mostly what the fuck else have I been doing? My whole Twitter account is full of like the Scotland and the UK is just burning down. Not
Burning.
burning down, but
I tried to
like
tell my mom
you guys are
about that.
becoming an
Or-
authoritarian hellhole.
Yeah, I tried to tell my mom
So-
about that, and she won't believe me. She's like, "That's too
No,
I'm like,
the
"Why?"
same with my family. Like when there's the older generations older than us, they have this, it can't be that bad because they have a baseline for how things are when they were growing up, and I almost feel like they haven't seen it and they can't comprehend how insane things are getting because they're in denial that certain ideologies have gone down the deep end, and they think that I'm aware that when I'm telling them what's happening, I sound like a crazy person. But because, especially if I'm telling like my family in Asia, a place that's still quite traditional, like I swear I'm not crazy, but in America, there are some people who really think men can become women, and they're in the Olympics. I sound nuts, and they don't believe me, but it's what's happening. But yeah.
Yeah, I've run into that like where it's like that generation, they just have like this natural inherent trust of their government and what the media
Oh,
is telling
definitely.
them. Yeah, so you kind of gotta whack it out of them.
It's
It's
cultural too.
It's been interesting seeing, like, it's mostly just Americans on Twitter that have been outraged by the whole
I know.
thing. Like,
I've seen a lot of people saying, well, this is a big turning point. It's like all the people that are like memeing about it are Americans, not the actual locals.
For Americans, it would be a turning point. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
we have
the whole meme of like, you don't know how dark it really is or something, or like, you don't know how bad it really is. You guys do not understand how truly cooked the UK is, like all of the England islands. It is like truly cooktopia. Like their view would be like, well, they shouldn't have been out with those weapons. Oh, those kids are up to no good. Like that's what people.
No, that actually is what they're saying. I had to just stop looking at certain accounts because they were posting what locals are saying, and local Scottish people are saying on Reddit, and first of all, it's Reddit, but also the fact that anyone could think that, it was just actually revolting to me. And I don't
Yeah.
understand how someone can deny their own lying eyes.
The United
But-
Kingdom it's
Infuriating.
an actual prison that must be escaped. It is a fucking prison.
Escape from UK, new movie.
Exactly. Escape from the UK. It is a walled-in prison. It is psychologically walled in. Like, okay, I would bet you more people would be pissed off about Americans talking about the problem than the problem.
I could see that.
Because that's the easier thing. That's the
Yeah.
easier thing to be pissed off about. That they'll be like, bloody Americans, they don't know what they're bloody talking about. It's like, well, maybe they do.
There are a lot of people that are like, oh, you're not from, you don't know how there are local gangs. Like, I don't need to know there are local gangs. Like, that is not somebody that girl was not the aggressor. I'm not an idiot. Yeah, so Henry Beeman's bringing out the working class. It's also very interesting because that's something that Americans don't understand. And so I've been, this is a total tangent, but I've been thinking that there's a strong class difference aspect to all of this as well, because apparently over there in your people's land, Jake, there are still huge class divides, and a working class in America, it's like, oh, working class, middle class, but it's not seen as you're just stuck there forever. There's class mobility. It's seen as, well, you don't trash on people who are working class because they can, first of all, they're also human beings and they can work their way up if they work hard enough, all that stuff. But it's not the same everywhere in the world. And I think there's also this aspect of people who are in the upper class are in denial of how bad things can get, and how there are cultural differences between different groups who are working class and who are lower class, because they never see it. Everybody in the upper class, no matter where in the world you're from, acts the same way. But you have like retards in the lowest classes of every single population. So it's not racism or whatever. It's just that they don't see that there were cultural incompatibilities, if that makes sense. Like, if you bring in somebody who's not from a certain population or didn't grow up in, say, I don't know, fucking Taiwan, and then you bring somebody over here who grew up in, like, trying to think of a ridiculous example,
Istanbul.
Sure, Istanbul or Germany. I was trying to think of something unconventional. They're not gonna fit in. It's just not the same. And it's not wild to say that. But yeah, anyway, what were you gonna say, Jake?
I forgot.
That used to be Constantinople. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Istanbul was Constantinople because Istanbul.
Take it back.
Yeah.
That's where Hotel Story takes place.
Constantinople. Yeah.
Well, anyways, that was
Constantinople.
That was my week, struggling through penciling pages and feeling a little dejected at the world.
Well, okay, with that whole thing, so the Americans reacting to it, you guys need to understand, you guys are the descendants of the people that said, nah, fuck your tea, and threw it in the river.
Yeah,
my people, the descendants of the people that stayed here and paid their rent.
And their taxes.
Oh yeah, I wonder if there's something to that.
We are fundamentally different people. Like that gut reaction that you guys have. Also, America is so big. It's like Russia and China. China's trying really hard to not let this be true, though. The system's too big to control. Small island nations where they have their own government-funded television for decades, easy to control psychologically through
North Korea
panel shows with washed-up comedians. Yeah, like a North Korea, like it. Just bloody. Oh guys, so I'm gonna get my flag confiscated. What?
That's true. I've been thinking there's a certain thing that I call island brain, and like it's just my theory that island societies, because usually if everybody knows each other, or if your society operates under this assumption that anybody that I see on the street, I might see again at some point in my life, you have there's higher trust, but also higher trust in the authorities. And in places like Japan, and even to an extent in Taiwan, because of also the natural disasters, there's a inherent cultural deference to authority, because that's how you've survived for hundreds or thousands of years. If the tsunami comes, you need to listen to the authority and trust whoever's telling you what to do, so on and so forth. And but that creates a problem when the authority is not working in the benefit of the people.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
There's another element, like, all these countries that are broken, and I'm gonna say UK for one of them. It's like, man, someday they must have some smart people who are gonna try and fix it. No, look, every competent person figures out how to leave. Like, if you're in the
that's what they say. That's what's kind of scary about the U.S. Because if the U.S. becomes like Britain, where do you even go?
America will always fix itself. Like,
Yeah,
I have 100% faith that America will always fix itself. There's a perfect combination. The system is too big to control. Like, there is too much of it's sorted genetically for people who are uncontrollable, like, in its creation.
Yeah. I do feel like, also, of course, anecdotal bias and whatever, but I think that as far as it is possible for America to become like that, we've already tipped as close to that as we can get, and we're on the pendulum swing back. Could just be my bias, but it is true, and I want to, as somebody who has lived internationally, it is very true that if America is the last point of, I don't want to sound melodramatic, but of cultural freedom, really, if America becomes some kind of authoritarian commie hellhole, then there is no more hope. So we can't become that. And I think Americans understand that. We really are the last bulwark.
This is what Bukowski was talking about.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Maybe not. Bancroft, the British parliamentary system, which we have here and in Canada, is only fit to govern supermajority white ethnically British people. There, I said it. That sort of makes sense.
Wow, Bancroft.
And you forced Per to say it.
Yeah, save it for your own channel, man.
Yeah, Per won't get arrested for saying that because he lives in a free country where he's allowed to fucking. It is. But people who are competent leave. You don't stay in India and fix India. You figure out how to get a visa.
And then you start groping
too much work
people.
to fix it. Fuck
and
it.
then you just run over entire families.
The world would be better if people were forced to stay in their countries and make it better. The world is, I mean, kind of. The world kind of is. It's been a very fucking week, and there's things that I'm trying to not talk about, which we all know the other things that happened. It's been kind of shit.
Yeah, there's a giant iron refinery coming for Earth.
No, there's a.
That sounds cool, though. I welcome their iron.
The aliens will be fake, no matter what.
Henry Beeman says we're not as different from as we think. Look at how the liberal elite views middle America. So, I think the elite are very similar all across the world, which is what I was ungracefully talking about earlier. About the elite think we're all the same. There's no cultural differences because the elite, everybody that they encounter from all across the world are the same, and they don't understand the local culture and how everybody else lives. But the difference is in America, the middle class and the lower class has the ability to speak up and move upwards and make change, when in other places in the world it's completely impossible. No avenue for that.
America will always succeed and correct itself because of its non-elite.
Something with that.
In spite of our elite.
Go on fast, sorry.
I have a friend who's pretty wealthy. He owns a restaurant, and him and his whole family, they're all like educated, smart. They all consider themselves elite, and they were super insufferable during COVID. They were like we consider ourselves good stewards of society, so of course we're getting vaccinated. I was like, oh my
Right.
god, you
Oh
guys
my
are the
God.
fucking worst. So that makes me like want to be like, fuck the elite. I want to like hang out with the trash, or whatever, the lower levels. And there's
The
plenty of that around
Bukowskis of the
The
world.
where I live.
trash.
Yeah, I'm like, I am not an elitist. I'll hang out with anyone. But I did just in the last couple of weeks, I made a couple friends, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to stay friends with them because they are so trashy. I couldn't believe it. But it was mostly
There's a
just,
difference
Oh no.
between like humble and like you're
Yeah.
a working class, and then there's like hood shit.
There is
Yeah.
there is trash in all strata. I know some rich people who are very chill. Like
Yeah.
it's not the one factor you're sorting for is not the path.
Oh yeah, I know. So yeah, but yeah, the apartment of these people was like it was the worst, most thick stench of kitty litter, and there was actually a
Oh.
huge pile of cat shit
Oh.
because they put their cat in
Oh.
a cage, a giant cage
No.
like a zoo,
What the
because it would
fuck?
shit everywhere or something. And I was like,
That
holy fuck. And then the
is
dishes were like stacked high, rotten, 3 months old. You couldn't even reach in there. And then they were hoarders, so you couldn't walk anywhere. And the lights didn't work, so it was all dark. And there's more, but I was like, oh my god, this is like I've never actually experienced this. This is like a horror movie. I'm like, people are out there like this. That's crazy. And in public, they're really nice, and they're still nice.
sure they
I'm like, I wanted to
are.
like help them. I'm like, I can help you guys. Just
No.
fucking get a garage sale.
God.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
not your job
Are there
to
any-
help them. What?
See that to me seems like a psychological problem.
Hey, it's the Q.
Hey!
Yeah, let's talk about this
Ba
poem. some more.
bam.
No!
No!
one
Let's
slide?
move
No, that's
on.
You tell me. Thank God.
Bill was trying to get it back on track, only to fall
Thanks,
into
Bill.
the trap of traps.
Yeah.
You tell me. Explain to me, Pear, before we go forward. How did that link up to psychology?
The poem.
Yeah.
It's that. Well, yeah. So I could. It's almost like one of the sort of theses. There's two I'm kind of working on. So you guys know I'm into interactivity. You could call interactivity. You could just call that audience psychology. It's like that's kind of all it is.
Audience
And then so I
what?
was like-
You're kind of. I may have to raise my volume.
Psychology, audience psychology.
Audience
Okay.
psychology.
All
Yeah.
right.
Hmm.
And so then I was like, well, what about just character psychology? Because it's kind of the opposite of interactivity, but it's like it's the yin and yang. It's like that is the other approach. Because I was kind of wondering for a while. I was like, what even is like the other things besides interactivity that you should go for when you're trying to tell a story? And I've been more and more thinking like, oh, it's like just psychology. Like forget the audience. You're like trying to zone in on a character's brain or whatever, and
Characters,
you can get
yeah.
some really interesting things. But I think then kind of with that poem, I don't know, this one I want to ask you guys, we can get into it, but like how much to be interesting if it means it has to be different or whatever, because I can think of a lot of examples. Like I watched a movie in the last few days, there was one where there was some awesome psychology, but it was about an artist. Yeah, it was a Yakuza, and his younger brother is an artist, and his younger brother is like a little autistic even. And when he first sees this beautiful woman, he's like, you have to let me draw you. I can capture your beauty. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Let me see your body.
Huh?
And so you would think
Mm.
like, okay, like this is a weird, how's she gonna react? And she ends up kind of being into it, which is also outside the box. So like
Mm.
that whole scene was like so interesting. But I'm like, it's totally like an outlier. That is not how normal people act or react. So I'm like, is it almost like a cheat code? Like you're just looking for outliers and you can just do the opposite. But this is an outlier. The outlier is a guy who hates the ocean or whatever. So you're like, yeah,
Right.
or is that
Wait,
is that
so are you trying to approach the dual concept of interactivity is the psychology of storytelling structure and the psychological tricks you play on the audience, and then the one you want to explore now is just psychology of characters and how their juxtapositions can be interesting content wise.
yeah, you're more
Like-
you can ignore the audience completely. kind of.
So it's psychology as content
Yeah, it's just
instead of
within the
psychology
story.
as structure.
Sure.
And the characters often they do have to come in pairs at least. Like one alone doesn't usually work because you
Well, yeah,
have to
'cause they-
challenge each other.
Well, so my point of view on what a story really is a battle of philosophies.
Yeah.
And you need characters from different points of view on the same philosophy, and that core philosophy that they're all having their own spin on is essentially the theme.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
And
talked
that's-
about that a bunch in the past when we were talking about theme and how the to make your story better is to make sure all the key players have a different perspective on the main theme. And so they could, if you make a star of your characters, they'll be opposites from one another, on that perspective, on that theme.
Yeah.
That was something, a big takeaway that I, just from doing the show, really has elevated how I look at writing.
And
Or like at least your with the antagonist and protagonist represent opposites of the theme, and it's a struggle between which answer to the central question is correct.
yeah, and then it feels like you're trying to drill down into another layer pair, and you're, instead of being like, these people have this different point of view and they're opposed, it's more like this guy has Asperger's, but this woman is particularly naive and doesn't recognize the Asperger's, so they both go off into this weird rabbit hole of experience together.
Yeah. My initial kind of way into it is noticing that the outside the box psychology stuff is super interesting to me, and I'm wondering if I could or should recreate that in my own stories.
So the character the dynamics of mental illness through character.
Yeah, or in this case, it'd almost be like everyone would be a little.
Everyone
mentally
is
ill or
mentally.
something.
Everyone's mentally ill
Yeah.
True. We're
in
all
real
that.
life. Everyone.
In the case of that example I gave, the kind of the sort of reason, because the audience, you don't want to lose the audience completely. If the woman is acting just like a crazy person, they dismiss her, or if it doesn't make sense, they could lose the movie. But they do establish that she's in a unhappy marriage, so of course a young guy giving her attention. So it's like simple as that.
Attention.
Like that's simple psychology, but that is like still a really interesting situation.
Sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So let me see what I wrote here. So some of this is what I told you guys. So like the audience psychology is one thing, and there's some stuff like that. A lot of that's interactivity. Then there's just kind of character psychology within the story. This is a random thing. This is like a character writing hack. Maybe I mentioned this in a previous one. Tell me what you guys think. But I kind of started doing this, and another one I feel guilty because it's like too effective of a shortcut. But if you give every character one iconic trait that requires a resolution from within the plot.
So someone is always eating, and then the plot reveals the reason to why they're always eating whenever they're talking, or what? Like someone has a
Resolution.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Well,
would
I
an
can give
example
you
of that
I can
be?
give you one example. So it was with the Percival script. This is my own work or whatever. So I had a Percival script, and there's a king and an ex-wife who's kind of a thorn in his side, but they don't like hate each other. They kind of still, whatever. But so that was almost enough. I was like, oh, she's like the ex-wife thorn in his side. And I kind of started writing it, and I was like, oh, she's my least favorite character because she's kind of a generic ex-wife. Like I got to give her something. Like what can I give
Yeah.
her? And I was like, all right, she has body dysmorphia and she's obsessed with plastic surgery. And then this kind of goes with the theme thing because the king, the plot of that one is that he actually has the Grail but doesn't want it because it's a whole bunch of trouble that comes
Right.
with it. And so he's just keeping it secret. But she finds out he has the Grail. She loves the idea of the Grail because she can do crazy body surgeries and survive. So she really wants the Grail from that point. So like it kind of led to more good stuff. But then I'm like, and I can write her now. it bleeds into other stuff. So I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, she's speaking. We were talking about elites, you know, she's like super far gone elite. Not exactly a good guy or a likable character necessarily. You can still write her to be kind of likable, but
Yeah, so it's like a quirk that plays into the plot somehow eventually.
A quirky
yeah,
desire.
yeah. And I wonder, like the one when I was writing all this, one of the best examples is Toy Story. Toy Story is a very psychological movie. Um, and it's with Buzz and Woody, and you have them challenging each other. The existence of Buzz, you know, makes Woody go crazy. Like Woody is
Hmm.
perfect. If Buzz isn't around, Woody is literally perfect, and nothing is wrong. He's like the leader. Everyone loves him. As soon as
Yeah.
Buzz comes around, Woody can't handle it. He can't
Mhm.
handle that test, and he
Yeah,
goes crazy.
that's kind of like classic Western trope too, where the man of the past, right? The cowboy is this archaic character that is going to be overtaken by industry and a railroad, right? So Buzz would be that new interesting high-tech toy, that industry that's going to overshadow Woody.
Yeah,
I
and
never even thought of that, and their designs reflect that.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah, and speaking of like this, so this is kind of retrofitting, but the one iconic trait for Buzz, this is it's that he doesn't know he's a toy. You know, he thinks he's
Right,
a
yeah,
real
yeah.
guy,
That
which
is
is
he
super
has to
interesting.
he has to
Interesting
be
psychologically.
pulled down to reality.
Yeah, and that the plot has to resolve that as the story goes on.
And that's
And
kind
then
of
I
an arc
think, you know,
too.
with Woody, it's that he has to be top dog and he's not comfortable being number two or whatever, and
Mhm.
that has to get resolved.
Okay, so yeah, you're kind of so it's like there's the main normal, stable, reliable plot line, like thing that's going on that has to get resolved. You're essentially chipping away at like there is also a quirky side piece to the plot that also gets resolved, but it can be less conventional because it doesn't need to be the main foundation
Yeah.
of the story.
Yeah, you could write a version of Toy Story, like an earlier draft where Buzz knows he's a toy, you know what I mean? And it wouldn't change anything except you
Yeah.
have that little extra awesomeness because of that. Yeah, so this fits with we were talking about like circling around the theme. If you're like redrafting, you're trying to make your story better, kind of like thinking about the theme and boosting it that way. But definitely psychology is like a way you can boost on a redraft. You can add things that like add quite a bit to it. And I if I think about like like my favorite movies, my favorite books, they always are like kind of on another level. They're definitely, and you're like, damn, that I still feel like, oh, I really want to like try and do that. Like I want to try and get that level of, and I guess it's not like you have to be an insane know-it-all of psychology to do this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, well, that's an aspect of like chasing that dragon, right? Where it's like that dragon could be very daunting because it's like those stories seem like a mountain in comparison of what we're trying to accomplish or creating.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, you just got to be like, yeah, those people were, were in their shoes too, just trying to write cool stories.
Mm.
But I
yeah,
think ingesting as much of that as possible is really going to help. Have reading those stories that give you chills, and you're like, oh man, having those aspirations to want to create something that gives other people the feeling that you get when you read
yeah.
something.
Because I do wonder about that
Mm.
too. Is like like what is the most satisfying feeling of finishing a story that you can have? And obviously, like what are the important ingredients? It's like you need to have an emotional response. But then there's a lot of the interactivity type stuff is like
Yeah,
totally plays into it. But then there's like a relatability with the characters is a big part of it too. Or like just in the that's basically the psychology. Because relatability is like I don't know how important that is even. That's one of the slides.
Well, relatability is just how intuitively you understand the plight of something. Like
Yeah,
real
it's almost just how
relatability
well
is
did you communicate it or
yeah, relatability is just like I get it. That's relatability.
How much an average person or your average target audience would understand.
yeah. because that's like you don't necessarily want like a super relatable. Well, I don't know because there's definitely I feel like so many things are relatable and it can be so funny if it's, but you know, a super generic relatable is almost not what you want. Like a guy with a 9 to 5 job, blah, blah, blah. There's like no story, so you're kind of going outside of relatability, but then the audience can still relate to that because there's
Well,
like they can relate to an assassin, you know.
they
On
okay.
his last job. They're like, oh, the last job. I know how that is.
I had a last job once.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you're still working. The related fuck. I was thinking of something. Okay, the 9 to 5 thing. It's like okay, yeah, everyone has 9 to 5. That's not the relatable part. The relatable part to that is the person never has time for their own thing. Let's say you have like a sequence where that person is like, it's the jump cuts, it's in like different times of day lighting. It's like get up, go shower, go to work, deal with something at work, come home, and they're about to build the model kit that they want to build. And then they look at the clock and they're like, bed, get up, go to work. And same sequence, and then like then they again come to the model kit.
Hit by a car.
Oh, I know that feeling. That is so depressing.
Yeah.
So the relatable aspect of the 9 to 5 thing is they never have time for their personal shit. Like and you tap into the relatability by emphasizing that element.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another quick example I remember thinking about is Die Hard, where do you guys remember his first kill in Die Hard?
No.
Bruce Willis? And
No.
so that movie's based on a novel. That's the other kind of interesting thing. So it's based on a novel. It definitely, psychology is an important aspect. And his first kill is accidental. He's actually not going to kill the guy. And that ends up screwing him. He almost dies because the guy steals his gun. They end up fighting and wrestling. They fall down the stairs and the other guy breaks his neck. So he kind of gets lucky. And so like you kind of, you're not used to it. I remember hearing about this at the time too. People were saying it was kind of anti Arnold Schwarzenegger because, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he kills everyone who breaks their neck, the action hero thing. And then Bruce Willis is like, he's a cop. He's never killed anyone. He's not going to start killing people randomly. He doesn't want to kill anyone. And his first kill is totally accidental. And then he kills more people, obviously, because he has to. He'll still pull the trigger. But yeah, and that gives that movie kind of an extra special kind of thing. And it has aged really well. And it stands kind of
Classic.
nicely.
Yeah, I guess it was pretty grounded compared to the other 80s, 90s ultra strongmen action films.
And those would have less of that psychology. So it's like a spectrum. Like you don't need it. You can have fun without it, but it's something you could always look at to like beef up or whatever.
I was just trying to think if there was a missed opportunity for doing a Naked Gun style action movie. Because Naked Gun was like spy thriller, but I suppose it still has the similar tropes to action movies, so.
Naked Gun is the comedy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, they you don't know if they did that even? Yeah.
Yeah, they did Spy Hard, but that's like secret agent version, right?
Yeah.
Well, it is Die Hard. It is literally a parody of fucking hell, Jake. Wake up.
It's a pun.
Yeah.
It would be.
It's a pun.
Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic did the opening theme.
Oh, nice. So yeah, we were talking a little about this relatable thing, like, yeah, and I think we kind of got to the bottom of it. It's like, it's not even the goal necessarily to be relatable. It's going to happen naturally if you have like good stuff going on.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you, I've been trying to make the contrast between having wacky action and then having a sudden grounded relatable moment can also be profound because it has an impact because of the contrast. So like saying Connell, these characters are jumping around doing a bunch of stupid stuff, but then say there's a slower moment where characters are being more human with each other and it's kind of like cutting through the shit. Like you're not showing anything relatable, but the way that they're finally interacting feels relatable. Like if a horrible thing happened, and like now the character's waking up with a hangover. Like, oh, these cartoon characters get hangovers. Like that instantly, it becomes relatable for a second. You know,
Yeah.
they actually create a similar impactful contrast in Smiling Friends, by having colorful cartoon characters that do crazy stuff, but they have very mundane conversations and just mutter to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their thing, huh?
So with this
Interesting.
relatability thing, another example is a big psychological movie, famous one. It's called Taxi Driver. Have you guys seen this or heard of this?
No, I hear it so much. Never even
seen
seen
it.
it.
Is there a good
Yeah.
Danny DeVito in it?
No,
that's a show. Yeah,
Oh.
there's a show called Taxi.
Taxi.
Taxi Driver has
Uh-huh.
Robert De Niro in it, and he goes, "You talking to me?" He looks
Oh,
like-
he's the I'm Walking Here
Oh,
originator.
not.
No,
No,
I'm
I thought
Walking
you were
Here.
talking about the
That's,
one with Queen
another-
No.
Latifah.
That's Midnight Cowboy.
What was the one
That's
with
different.
What was the one with Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon?
I
That's
hated that.
Taxi something.
What's that?
Phil, that film actually made me really. That film was the moment where I decided I hated all new films because there was one shot
yeah.
where she's in the middle of this fucking thing and all the people working in the taxi rank it, but they're all in a half circle having a conversation, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, they're just standing perfectly in a half circle for the camera to get a great
Yeah.
view, and I'm like,
Speaking of relatable, that's yeah.
the opposite of. I
Um,
hated that.
So, but Taxi Driver is interesting because, yeah, it's all about loneliness. And I almost feel like it is not relatable because he is so lonely that he goes crazy. And, like, you can't relate to that. I don't know. They show you, and it's very
Some people can.
fascinating.
Have you not been that lonely?
I don't know.
I've
never
definitely
lonely
been
enough
that-
to, like, kill someone.
Oh well, I've never killed anyone, I suppose, because of the lonely. That does.
Good.
That-
Good to
'cause
know,
that's
or
what
has
Taxi
You're a
Driver's about.
coward.
Yeah. But
What?
What?
what
The
did I
fuck,
say?
Phil? We're talking about killing people and having not done it. Phil's like, "Cause you're a coward."
You fucking wimp.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's
great.
funny.
I didn't realize we lived in the Viking age.
Yeah. Okay, so pivoting back to audience psychology, and kind of playing into some of this, and this we kind of talking about one of the ways you can find these interesting psychological viewpoints. A lot of times, it's literally just opposites. Again, sometimes it's like I'm like, are these tricks and shortcuts like too jacked up that it makes me not want to use them? But I'm like, I feel like opposites are so interesting. Just meeting someone who's just completely disagrees with something that you truly believe or whatever. You're like, man, that is an interesting person. But yeah, the audience reverse psychology works on them, and I'm like, how good does it work? I'm like, I feel like it works like 100% of the time.
It's just so
but-
natural, though, to having the antithesis of your main character's goal be the antagonist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most straightforward way. I mean,
So
it,
natural.
It would be
It would almost
confusing not
be-
to do it.
Sure.
yeah, I
like,
don't think
Yeah.
it's possible to not have that.
if you're
I
trying
think
to be
this,
like too
this
smart.
could be baked in our DNA a little bit. The binary opposites, yin yang, like.
Well,
whatever
it's
that kind of-
also because storytelling, they're essentially guiding you through an essay and a lesson without you having to make those mistakes in real life. It's a theoretical question. What would happen if, I don't know, just a zombie apocalypse hit, and like what path, what kind of person would I become? And the story gives you
Right.
these choices, and there's a correct answer to this is the type of person you should try to be in the apocalypse.
Yeah. But yeah, so for audience psychology, I noticed I was watching Alien Earth, and right in the beginning, the main girl character, she has cancer and she's gonna die, so they upload her body into a super powerful superhero girl body. And
like Alita Battle Angel.
yeah, and I was like, I hate
So
this
they-
bitch.
So they kill her.
You hate her already? Why?
Yeah, I was like, what? She gets a super powered body? Fuck this bitch. And then
Well, damn.
Yeah, why
And
does
then-
that Harold get a magic crayon and I don't?
Yeah. This is audience psychology. And then I watched Tattooed Life, and they get forced against their will to kill someone in self-defense, and they're on the run, and they are gonna take a boat to the mainland to Manchuria, and they end up getting scammed by a guy who takes all their money, and the boat leaves without them, and so they lost all their money. They didn't get on
Oh.
the boat, and I'm like, this is the beginning of the movie. I was like, I love these guys. Come on, I'm rooting for you. Let's go. So like,
Because they had to suffer, right? You like
Yeah,
characters
it's
that are
like-
suffering, and you hate characters that get everything handed to them, even though she
yeah.
doesn't die.
So I'm
Yeah,
like, why?
they should have put her in a really shitty robot body,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
could have been like, "Congratulations!" She's like, I don't know how to move yet." Like, well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they
li-
don't-
Like literally, they've done like that kind of story before. There's a movie called Soldier that it stars Kurt Russell.
oh yeah,
and he's-
classic.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he plays like a robot, whatever. But he's the old model, and they have all the new models, and they're all better than him.
Kick his ass.
And
Hmm.
but he's got heart, he's like the old model.
That's the one where he catches the scorpion, right? In the bed.
I
You
kind of
remember that?
forget. I want to rewatch it just talking about it now. though.
Yeah, you gotta
that
watch that
movie
again.
was kind of sweet.
That's a movie my dad would always watch when I was younger.
Yeah. But yeah, that's so yeah, I wonder, I don't know. I was like, why did they literally they just it's a sickness of the modern media landscape where it is like it feels like it's tied into the woke stuff a little bit. It's, fantasy. I mean, maybe I'm trying to think, maybe there's examples where like what if like Superman, it's like, oh, they gave this baby superpowers, he comes to Earth. But you're like, well, his parents died and he's an orphan. So
Yeah.
so ha.
Didn't
yeah.
even know him.
Not so super now, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, so that you can do like these power fantasies, but there's kind of woke girl power fantasies that's a little bit of that in Alien Earth, and
Girl power.
it's not.
So you're not liking
working.
it?
What?
You not liking Alien Earth?
No, I couldn't really get even that far into it, and because
Wow.
even I watched a Everything Wrong with It video, and then that kind of really ruined it for me. And I'm like, oh man.
That's funny.
I mean, if you like it, you like it. It doesn't sound like you did to begin with, so.
Because I hate everything. They'll still do videos regularly.
I don't know. It wasn't actually everything wrong with it. It was a different thing, but they were complaining. They're like, because the thing starts with a ship that has the aliens on it. It crashes into this building from outer space or whatever. And they're like, okay, this is an interstellar ship traveling super fast, and it didn't burn up in Earth's atmosphere, and it only just smashed the bottom of the building, and then the plot armor first responder people come in, and yeah, so there's a lot of like kind of plot holes.
All of this stuff you're bringing up, it's just all seems categorized into coincidence for benefit.
Yeah, which I hate, which is the thing
Those aren't-
I
that's
hate
not
more
good,
than anything
yeah.
else.
Everyone hates coincidence for benefit. It's like a
Or I call it
fundamental-
plot convenience. is what
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
Well, it's the writer's hand showing this thing is happening because
Yeah.
it needs to happen instead of it feeling natural in the world.
Yeah, and I love a story. You can tell kind of when you find one that isn't doing that, or it's a little more like
Mhm.
just a little more random, and you're like, oh, I have no idea what's gonna happen. This is awesome story.
You only think it's awesome though because you didn't know what was going to happen, but they did something that was good. So then you trust all their future gambits. You're excited to see how their gambits play out.
Yeah. Like
Love
Tarantino
Gambit.
movies are like that. Like his movies, you end up just trusting him.
Yes.
Where he's going.
Oh man, it is so important to make that trust. If you can earn that trust where people are like, okay, I'm in, let's go. Like
Yeah.
you have won at storytelling.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and you can win. Speaking of trust, that would be a good talk some other week. But
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
do that
that's
in
a
the
good
first
topic.
scene. Yeah.
Trust me, bro. That's the bad kind of trust.
Yeah,
The bad kind of trust is trust me, good bro. We got a plan.
Right.
And then not.
If you have to
plan.
tell the
that-
audience to trust you, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Trust me, Interesting vibe though. The trust me, bro, and you believe in it because they're so confident, and then eventually you're like, oh, this is going nowhere.
Yeah.
Do you guys
know-
want to hear a cheesy one that I wrote? And I don't know how much I've applied this even, but I've written it for a while now. I write it in my notebook to remember it. But it's that every character has a light and a mask, and the mask hides the light, and they have multiple masks even, but they'll only wear one at a time. And so the light is who they truly are. The mask is who they're presenting to the people they meet.
Uh-huh.
That's an
Um,
interesting way of
Can't-
thinking about
Can't
it.
you
I
instead
mean,
of being
the light could
light,
also just be a
put
face.
plates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. They have a light, and when they put on the mask, it creates a shadow on the wall, and the shadow is the version of themselves that they want to present.
Yeah. I'm more talking about, their essence. Their essence
This is
is
too
the light,
convoluted.
the mask.
No, we're a mask.
We are-
Metaphorically speaking.
The human body as a series of masks.
Yeah.
I like that though.
Toy Story, Tattooed Life, Japanese Crime Boss,
Uh-huh.
Die Hard, Taxi Driver. We haven't talked about Japanese Crime Boss real fast. There's a scene in that one where
That's a movie?
yeah.
I thought it was a
I know, you
Yeah, I
heard
thought
of
it was an
that.
archetype.
Thought you were
I
talking
know,
about
it's
like
a
Kill
funny
Bill.
title. And it's a great movie.
Wow.
Fukasaku directed it. He's one of Japan's best directors.
Cool.
But in that one, it's a Yakuza movie. And the two families, there's one that's kind of, they're the underdog. And then the bigger family's fucking with everything. And they end up fucking with the underdog. They get one of their dudes in like a street brawl. So they're holding him. And so the leader of that family has to go retrieve his man. And so he has to walk into their office. It's just like a building. But it's like walking in there is like, they could kill him. They probably won't. But it's like, they beat him. So it's like he's kind of like, this is how it is. Like, it's very like, not shameful, but it's obvious that he lost. It's like his walk of shame kind of thing. So he has to walk and beg them back to give him back his dude that got caught or whatever. So he walks in there, and then there's two crime bosses, one smaller, one bigger, and the smaller one, like, he's always on drugs and he flies off the handle, and he's beats the main crime boss because they wanted to do something to him. They aren't going to kill him, but he beats him. And the way the guy reacts is like, he kind of just takes it, but he gets knocked down, and he's like, "Are you finished yet?" And the guy doesn't get his rocks off from beating him because of the reaction that he's giving, that he starts to beat up his own people. And then he tries to beat up the other boss, but he sees him and that guy stares him down, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna beat you up." And then he leaves, the main boss leaves, and then the guy beats everyone up in frustration after he leaves with his guy. And then it keeps going though, because then that reaction, that moment that they had. So this is all like quote unquote richly psychological, which is kind of fun. Like, I feel like it's almost it's the jumping off point of how they're writing these scenes. It's like they're thinking of the characters challenging each other. They're thinking of the moment. They're like, all right, here's the scene. He has to walk in and get his guy. And you're like, okay, well, how's it going to go? You're like, well, it's almost like a battle of wills between these two crime bosses staring each other down. One is in a super not good position. Super, what do you call it? Yeah, what's the word? Anyway, he's super,
Disadvantage.
super disadvantaged. The other one's super advantaged. And the disadvantaged one is the one who kind of walks out of the room with the dignity, and it really pisses off the advantaged one. And then the advantaged one, kind of later in the movie, he ends up getting screwed by the big bosses too, because they're just purging all the little proxy war people who are helping him, and he was one of them. So they give him the option to go home. They kick his whole clan out, or his whole family, and he won't go. So he sends his family. He's going to stay. And so he knows they're going to come to kill him, but he's waiting, and he's going to try and kill some of them too. And while he's waiting, he calls the guy that he beat, who stood up to him, on the phone, and that guy answers the phone, and he's like, and he's about to die or whatever. And he's like, "I've wanted to tell you something ever since I hit you in that room or whatever." He's like, "Ever since I slashed your face," because that's the other thing. He slashes his face with a knife. And the guy
Oh,
doesn't
damn.
react. He's like, "Ever since I
Oh.
slashed your face, I wanted to be your brother." And then he hangs up, and then he gets blown away. and you're like, oh, and brother
Wow.
means different in Yakuza, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
but it's cool. Yeah, it's like that was some good psychology. That movie's awesome, and that was like a side character. He's only on screen for like 5 minutes total, but he had an awesome arc of being like badass punk guy gets kind of shown up by this other dude who just has aura, and then he kind of confesses to the dude
Or
before he dies.
This is
Like, they
wild.
would
I
have
need to
become
watch
great
this.
friends.
I may
Wow.
have an example then. Okay.
Ooh.
There's like a film that takes place in million-year-old Taiwan called
Huh?
the film
What's it called?
Are you
Okay.
drunk?
No, right. There's a woman
Right.
who basically goes undercover and tries to get
Oh,
info
yeah.
on like a crime boss,
Miscongeniality.
and then eventually like
Oh, Lust Caution. No, that's Hong.
Sister
It jumps
Street Fighter.
between Hong Kong and
Long?
Shanghai. Yes, it took place in well, basically throughout the end of World War II and the Chinese Civil War, because World War II ended and then immediately the Chinese Civil War happened. Right.
But the
And there's-
story is like this woman is basically trying to it's like a group of like young activist spy types, and she's the one who's like basically having trying to get the inside leg on this crime boss so that they have an in to kill him.
Oh no,
Right?
he was a government official. But
government official, okay.
it was these young, idealistic, activist college students that were in theater club. If you ever want to watch a movie that is like a Creed against theater club types being swept up in political intrigue and totally getting fucked over, watch Lust
Yeah.
Caution.
Oh yeah,
It's also a really good movie.
They're totally a group of theater kids that pretend
They
they
are,
can be spies.
though.
Yeah.
They are, and they pretend, they kind of fake it till they make it, and then I'm not going to spoil the ending, but the guy that they're trying to take down, he's a Chinese official, but they hate him because he's working with the Japanese occupiers, and they want Chinese independence from the Japanese occupiers.
But the psychology at play is there's this one woman who essentially gets close to him, and she's supposed to be being a spy, but everyone treats her like shit on her side. Like, she is put into so many horrible situations by these people because she's essentially a spy. Like, there is a moment towards the end of the film where, like, he gives her a gift. And, like, there is something that happens in her brain where she's, like, probably like, this guy who everyone thinks is a dick is actually treating me nice. And she has, like, an opportunity to signal to him that he's in danger. And she goes for it, right? Doesn't she signal to him?
Yeah, well, she blows spoiling the ending. She kind of blows the entire operation because what she does is she becomes a honeypot. But then she starts to believe in she actually falls for him, and he falls for her as well, and it's this kind of weird, strained relationship. But he has every reason to suspect her, but doesn't because he actually likes her. And he gives her a gift at the end of the movie. And she's so overwhelmed by someone actually genuinely giving her a gift and realizing he does care about her that she blows the whole operation. And what's interesting, why I like the movie, is the acting is very subtle. It's these very high stakes situations, but sometimes a lot is said with just one line. Like when she is telling her lover, the the politician guy, that you have to run now. There's a setup. They're trying to kill you. She doesn't come out and just say that. She just it's just this tense moment. She's staring at this expensive gift, and then she just looks up at him like shaking, and then he's like, like just smiling at her, like no, and then she's just like, go. That's all she says. And he telegraphs what she means from her body language and expression. And I think it's hilarious because he realizes he's about to get killed. So he dashes out into the street in his car. He vertically dives into the car, screaming for it to drive. So, anyways,
Does he get away?
yeah. Well, you're gonna have to watch the movie.
Oh, you're not gonna spoil
I've
the whole
already
thing.
spoiled too much.
Ah.
I already
Okay,
spoiled too
so
much. You're gonna have to
that
watch the
does
movie.
sound like a really good example and very climactic and fun. But so here's a question, I've kind of brought this up, is like, you can use the psychology as a way to like write it. Like, you conceptualize the scene that way, and then you write it knowing the psychology you're going for. That's the point. And actually, I was thinking directors are like this. Like, from what little directing I've done, is like, you have to explain the psychology to the actors. So obviously, it's easier to do a good job if it's a great scene with awesome psychology. You just tell them the situation, you tell them the context, and then they can do it. And I think that's why a lot of times directors are good writers too.
That's the classical trope of the actor going, well, what's my motivation?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that matters. That matters.
Yeah. So if you're
It's like
doing
there's
that,
so many
say-
ways. Yeah, sorry.
Well, yeah. So if you have to write a scene, you wake up in the morning, you get some coffee, and you're like, all right, this scene is, and like, yeah, like what's a good psychological scene? Like, and where approaching it psychologically is going to be the thing that gives you kind of the inspiration of how to write it. There's one example from Berserk. This is just what popped into my head, but do you guys remember Berserk? It's in the anime, but it's where it's like at the party, and for some reason Guts is like running to go see Griffith or something, and he's on the stairs, but Griffith doesn't see him, but he sees Griffith, and Griffith is way higher up on the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
He eavesdrops.
Yeah, and he eavesdrops, and he talks about how he would never be truly friends with a servant, you know, and he's kind of talking about Guts, but he doesn't say it out loud, and Guts realizes he's talking about him, kind of. And he's thought they were true friends, but Griffith is saying they aren't.
But that's Griffith coping. There's another layer to it. Because
Yeah, I know. It's so
Griffith
good.
wants that to be true, but it isn't.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, but that is good. That's like goosebump shit. And yeah, I think the way that you would, as a writer, kind of unlock that is by knowing Guts and Griffith's relationship, and deliberately that scene, even with how it's physically like on stairs and Griffith is high and Guts is low, and like everything they conceptualize around it is based on the psychology of what's going on, and that's a great way to approach it. So that's one thing. But my question too is like, so if you do that, you're like laying breadcrumbs kind of, and the audience is watching it. I think a good part of enjoyment from the audience is to like decode that with the breadcrumbs, so they're trying to find the psychology of the scene.
Well,
That's like a good enjoyable.
It's the breadcrumbs that create the subtext matrix again. You're talking about psychological subtext, right?
Yeah.
It's not overtly defined, but you give hints, and then that creates the matrix in the mind of the viewer.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if the viewer would be like, as they're watching it, they'd be like, oh, Griffith's high and Guts is low, and he's talking about Guts, and Guts doesn't like it. Guts is going to do something. I don't know.
It's all being like intuitively computed, and they just have it as a feeling of like, ooh.
Yeah,
that's-
you're like, something's going on here. This is some intense shit.
Yeah, a lot of storytelling, especially visual storytelling, is subconscious. You didn't
Layered.
think about it consciously, but your subconscious picked
It's-
up on the signals.
It's layering. It's layering. Like you have one moment, and that one moment can mean something in like 7 different layers. Like that's an achievement.
Yeah. Well, that's like Toy Story, well, a little bit. And or even like when you're wrapping things up, you had your Big Beautiful ending. That has layers. Big Beautiful.
Yeah. That's a moment where it's like so many things are coming to a head at once.
Yeah.
It's one set piece, but it's like so much more than that.
Yeah. Like the Eclipse. Big
Yeah.
Beautiful ending.
Yeah. It could have been
Cool.
the Eclipse could have been better.
All right. The end. So psychology. Oh no, there's one more.
Damn.
One more,
Wait. 2 more? 1 more. What did I
3
write?
more, 4 more.
Why did
What?
I write?
Who wrote this?
Likability.
What's happening?
Or dislikability. This is a little bit pivoting back to audience. Yeah, likability, dislikability. How important is that? Do you guys think? Do you think it's really important?
So
Medium or not?
far, but it's what do you mean by likable? You got to like Walter White isn't quotes likable, but you're excited when he's on screen, and I think that's what true likability is. Like
Yeah.
a dislikable would be. It's important to
Ray.
make.
Ray's dislikable.
There you go.
Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
There you go.
But it's
There's
not.
compelling is more important than likable. Like, oh, do I like this
Mm.
character as a person? Do I want to hang out with them? I don't think that's important. I think compelling as in they probably are an asshole and I don't want to hang out with them or completely disagree with their morals, but their journey is very interesting and they feel like a cohesive person.
It's like
That's more important.
Bender is highly likable, but you wouldn't want to hang out with him because he'd steal all your
Right.
shit and put you in mortal danger. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, but he's entertaining and consistent.
The
Mask is a
Mask
movie.
is kind of the villain, almost. I'm thinking. I can't remember the movie.
He's just trolling.
No.
he just be trolling.
He's trolling.
Yeah,
But
he's
yeah,
just
the,
trolling,
the
you're right.
Mask is an antagonist for sure.
He is
Yeah.
meant to be though, but
It's
it,
like Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Well, he's an
Mhm.
antagonist against people who are bigger antagonists. There's like a bigger shithead.
Right. Sure,
And
yeah,
Ipkiss,
that's how you,
Ipkiss has a
kill the
one
threat.
iconic trait that needs a plot resolution kind of thing.
Ipkiss verges on being a soy lord the entire time. Like, you go back watch it now, and he is still likable. They do because it's Jim Carrey. Who could not like Jim Carrey? If it was
Yeah.
played by anyone else, it'd be like, who's this fucking cuck soy lord? But he
Yeah.
is kind of a wimp, and he's repressing himself, and the mask just brings out what he's repressing.
Yeah.
But
That
it-
is psychological for sure.
He's
That could
he's
be on
even
the tip.
more so in the comic. He is an incel with a hot girlfriend, and
yeah,
he like the girlfriend hates him. He hates the girlfriend.
he's a military grade incel.
What?
He's
Yeah.
a sitting on the fucking sofa watching Fox News all day style
Yeah.
incel.
Yeah, and
I'm confused how you could be an incel with a hot girlfriend.
they just
and
threw
this
it,
doesn't
and
make-
yeah, I don't know why she's there,
I
but
guess.
spoiler, she ends up killing him, and
Oh.
and freeing, taking the mask away from him, and
Wow.
And then you
getting-
get the mask with tits, and then
Yes.
it really ramps up.
Woo!
That's hilarious.
Make
that they
everything
just can
better.
kill him. That's funny.
So, but
Um,
the only in the comic, the only time he is likable is when he's the mask, and he's like a
Mm.
psychopath because of
Yeah.
his cartoonishness. He's likable, but
Mm.
yeah,
So yeah, I only have a few writer hack basics kind of thing, but I've noticed these over the years. But self-awareness is unlikable. Being oblivious is likable. And I feel like that. I was like, does that even apply to selfish? Like, if you have someone who is obliviously selfish, that's oddly likable. But if you have someone who is self-aware selfish, that is unlikable. They're a piece of shit.
What is self-aware selfish?
like they're selfish on purpose.
Yeah, that's more like villain. But if they're
Well, no,
like,
I mean,
Yeah.
Palpatine is likable because he's like a joyful psychopath. The gleeful psychopath is very likable.
Yeah, I agree. You can have people
don't
that are
know-
completely aware that
yeah,
they're shit and they're like,
Palpatine is
"I
likable
am
because
proud
of the
of it."
memes. He's not likable within the stories. I don't.
What
think.
about Patrick Bateman?
Yeah. He's completely oblivious to how much of a piece of shit he is. and that
He is
makes him likable.
oblivious.
I don't like him as a character though.
Wow, he's hilarious.
But actually,
I-
they do
It's-
do.
I don't
What's
get
weird
them.
about that? I wonder if it's meta because he has some self awareness too. He has his opening monologue and everything.
Yeah.
Is kind of hilarious.
hmm
He's
I-
not. Well, in a way, he's not like. He's so not likable. He's likable. He's kind of an extreme.
I was
Jaded, innocent, if you're self-aware or oblivious. But in general, I always like characters who don't even know what they got going on. And
I
then
mean,
the audience gets to know.
I want to decode this because self-aware. I'm thinking that in your mind, that means the person is always resisting the plot or quibbling or like painting on small details, and the oblivious person is like, nah, I'm motivated, let's go. And that's more fun. It's kind of like green light, red light.
Yeah.
It's not-
Well, like in real life, I'm more on the self-aware spectrum. Probably a lot of us are, but I'll meet someone who's oblivious, and I get envious. And I've noticed those are some of the most likable people.
I really despise some forms of obliviousness, but in
doesn't it
in real
enrage
life,
you?
That I agree. So sometimes it can just be extra frustrating if
No, but
someone is just committed to being oblivious of their
no, this is the
flaws.
beauty. Pad does have an appreciation for oblivious people in real life, and it's cool. It's great. This
This is clearly subjective.
there are oblivious people that I despise, and you love, Pad.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's funny. So anyway, we can come back to that, but I just want to, we're so kind of so
Individual
close to the end,
tastes.
but this is another kind of reverse psychology writer hack type thing. And I wrote it down. I was like, I think I might just try and make every story I ever write for the rest of my life check this box. But it's that the bad guy is buffed and the good guy is nerfed. So buffed versus nerfed. And
Yeah.
that is always makes every story better no matter what. And
Yeah,
it kind of
especially
plays in
in-
that audience psychology thing. It'll make them like the good guy, not like the bad guy. That's why
Yeah,
it
and
works.
it's really good too, is when you could have your character and nerf him midway through the story. So your audience sees what he could be, sees
Yeah.
his potential, and then he gets knocked down the ladder and he has to climb his way back up to the spot where he was. Maybe he never makes it back up to how good he was at the beginning, but overcomes the buffed bad guy. And you could literally do that too. You could have your villain be powerful, but get something that buffs them, and now they're even a bigger threat. And that could just be the nerf. That could naturally just be your hero nerf, is only just buffing your villain.
Yeah, because it's relative. That's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
What is Ferris Bueller on the spectrum of self-aware to oblivious? I haven't seen that movie in long
Well,
enough.
that is a good point, because he is insanely self-aware to where he breaks the fourth wall,
Yeah,
and he's
but he's
incredibly likable.
yeah. Shit, it's this theory is breaking down. It's true.
There's exceptions.
Because I genuinely think that when you wrote self-aware, you meant neurotic.
Yeah. Well, I think like if I'm editing dialogue on a second draft, I check for self-awareness. I take it out. Like if a character's like, you're probably thinking this, but then I think this, so I would say probably do this, but then you might say this, so I think we should probably do this.
Yeah, that sounds like a neurotic know-it-all.
Yeah, and so I would delete all that. And I would
Like,
be like, just say like whatever the fuck.
I think a truly self-aware person is actually the most chill.
Yeah.
Because they see reality for what it is.
They've on the
There
spectrum
could
of
be-
enlightenment.
Well, it could be someone who's just lacks ego, and they're I don't know if that makes sense, but they're self-aware, as in they're aware of their flaws and they've accepted it, and they don't get worked up about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But,
love those characters.
An oblivious person also has no ego. These are like
Well,
extremes.
It's the bell curve of the dum-dum and the super smart being the same, and the people in the middle, the midwits, that is the
fuck
unlikable.
The midwits. That's the
Yeah, there you go.
Go on.
Yeah.
Wait, the people who think they're super self-aware and they're so enlightened, but
But
they're
they are
actually
oblivious.
Yeah, those are the worst.
Yes, the people who think they're big brain, but they're fucking retarded.
Yes,
Yeah.
Well, it's
the midwits.
you could think about it like how cool would it be to show that kind of journey of someone that is thinks they're very self-aware, is probably in a spot of leadership, unknowingly become oblivious to a situation, and then have reality splash in their face, and that's kind of like kind of happens to Ferris when, you know, he's super self-aware, but also ignorant to the damage he's doing to people around him. And when something bad does happen, he has to deal with it, you know?
That's a good way to put it. So he does have a blind spot. He's
Yeah.
oblivious to some stuff. We've talked
Yeah.
about blind spots before on Creative Block. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a good character trait.
So like a really good example of that is in the Dark Tower series, I think during the Wizard and the Glass book, which I think is the third book. It's when the main character Roland is young and he has a posse as two other gunslinger buddies, and basically just think of them as like knights. So Roland is the high commanding knight. He's the leader of the other two, but they go to this town and they don't want to be found out that they're knights. So they're pretending to be like low level ranchers or whatever, coming to town to get oil for, you know, another town. But these bounty hunters, they come on to, or they start acknowledging that, finding out that they are gunslingers, only because the high commander Roland falls in love with a chick in town. So he has a blind spot and he becomes really loose in all of his dealings. And so these bad guys are, they start to understand that these guys are gunslingers. And his two knight buddies find it out and are basically like, dude, you're supposed to be the guy in charge of everything, and you're falling in love with this girl, and now everybody's onto us, and you're going to screw this whole thing up. And he gets humbled. Like his right-hand man punches him in the face over this. And he has to come to realization that he's not as smart as he thought he was. You know, he was oblivious. He let his guard down. And it's a really, really good scene when that happens, because Roland then like apologizes to his buddies, like gets on his knees. And it's all like, even though it has this Western feel to it, it's in a very like Arthurian tone. And
Oh yeah.
you see like the scene's awesome because Roland gets humbled by his mate, and it kind of reverses in on itself because his buddy Cuthbert is like, get up, what are you doing, get off your knees, because he's never seen his, you know, commanding officer kneel down to him. It's like this really cool hierarchy between the two. That's like very psychological, that whole scene, and the hierarchies between them, and what love could do to someone that's like a warrior. He just becomes humbled by his feelings and stuff. It's badass.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like you could be trying to write that, and it definitely helps you unlock more of the story the more you take a look at the psychological aspects of it.
Well, those are the ideas that make interesting storytelling, that the plot should be making happen. They shouldn't just be emergent randomly from a plot that the writer big brains thinks is cool. You should be aiming to weave that web, right?
Mhm.
That's what you're saying essentially, Per. You're like, aim for this shit.
Yeah.
Make
Well, I
a
think it
plot
kind of
serve
happens
it.
accidentally too, and then you got to like find it, take advantage of it, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you make a crummy story and then you get feedback, that is you becoming self-aware, and then if you know, edit it to match that, it'll slowly become this, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, yeah, it's all an editing process. You know, I was listening to Bancroft today on his coloring stream, and he was talking about basically rewriting all of Fractured Mind after the art came in. And that's something that I think is key in comic book writing, even with writers that write in full script like myself. Like I tend to write all the dialogue beforehand, but when you get that art back, you're going to have either things that you'll think of in the lettering phase, or just hopefully, like if you're not a letterer, definitely do an editing pass when you get pages in, because you'll, like I said, either find some changes in the art that you weren't thinking about
the first time when you wrote the script, or just going through it, you're gonna find better ways to get your point across, and little gems that might be left in there from your artist's hand.
Well,
It's
just the
yeah.
yeah
I was gonna say
the
part of it is improv. You have that planned stuff, but also thinking in the moment and kind of improving while you're going through your editing phase.
Yeah, there's a certain level of it's not real until the art is done and you can see the nuances of how the characters interact with each other. And even if you do, like I letter my layouts to so there's always space for the speech bubbles and so on and so forth. But even like me drawing the characters myself, I do another lettering pass because once it becomes real, it's like having the actors act out a scene, and the actors add a certain level, a layer to the storytelling that might not have been in the script and the director didn't foresee. And I think even characters in a comic can bring that. So there are nuances in the interaction, and usually it's heightened and is better that I find you can do if you go over your lettering one more time at the end.
This week, doing all the lettering for Connell, I literally removed the narrator and replaced it with a different voice. Like, it only would have been possible in this file and edit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
there's
crazy.
also that's a great example of you probably did that not just because you can see the characters interacting with each other more, but there's also the aspect of you're seeing what the reader will see now. And now you can step back and read this as if you are a reader, and then you can ask yourself, are these good choices? Was this did I over explain or under explain, which is something that I deal with a lot with Fienders because there's so much world building, and that a lot of the last lettering pass is that it's not just adding Yomi's accent, but adding in these nuances of how each character would individually phrase things depending on their personality. And then also when something is over explained or under explained, because now when the art is done, you read it from the reader's point of view and you can tell if this is hand-holding or not. And yes, sometimes taking out narration or adding it is part of that.
Yeah. That is wild though, switching the whole narrative around.
Well, there were elements that were conflicting, and then you find an efficiency. When you go over stuff in an iteration, you find an efficiency. You, like, take out a fucking old bit of wiring, and you're like, oh, I could just put this new, clean one piece of copper wire to, like, replace all of this rat's nest of bullshit. But you don't see it once you've got cleaned a couple of carpets, then the one in the hallway looks like dirty, and you're like, oh, I could clean this too.
Real quick, Bancroft says it's totally improv. I had a panel where Damon is lifting up all these crates in the air like a hurricane, so I wrote it in a metaphor of the chaos of the storm.
Yeah,
Wouldn't have thought of that before.
That's cool.
This process, if like I have been unconfident about things I've created in the past, and then as you iterate on them, you become more confident because things click into place like that.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, say, a long form series. We don't know everything that's actually going to happen. We know some broad strokes, but we don't know where every fucking meticulous thing that's going to fall into place.
Right.
And like, but as we go along, we're going to keep iterating and refining it. By the end, looking back, the reader that reads it, if we do our job properly, is going to go, my God, this is genius. How did they plan everything to fall into place so perfectly? Like that metaphor the visual and the metaphor that Bancroft said there. Like someone reads that and it's like, man, this is a genius creator. How did they weave these elements? And it's like, they didn't top down do it. They just reviewed what they did and went like, I'll do this now.
Yeah, my girlfriend will yell at me. She'll be like, hey, how does this character in your series die? And I'm
She
like,
yells at
"Aw."
you about your characters.
yeah, well, we'll be talking or whatever. And she's like, oh, yeah, they crazy. I'm like, yeah, this character's going to die down the line. And she was like, oh, how's it happen? I'm like, I don't know yet. And then she'll be like, what? You're printing these books and you don't even know when this how this character is going to die?
You need to build in that. You actually need to give yourself work to do in the future, and you need to have faith in your future self to fucking nail that and slam that dunk.
Yeah,
And I mean,
you don't want to
that's
close your
Yeah.
options too soon, I guess. Yeah.
exactly that too.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, as the story grows, it's ever growing as we're writing this stuff, so things are going to change. But it is fun to look back at points like seeds that were planted in early on in stories, and then if there's a payoff later, it's like, did that guy come up with that knowing this was going to happen? Like there's going back to the Dark Tower, in the first book, The Gunslinger, Roland like sleeps with this basically like demon ghost, like a female spirit entity, and to distract her from guarding something. And there's a payoff where then later in the series, Susanna, the chick who has no legs, gets banged by a different demon, a male demon, right? And then impregnated by this demon. It turns out it was the same spirit that Roland,
Oh.
it was guised as a chick, and he put his seed into the spirit. Books later, this demon then appears as a guy and
What the
impregnates Susanna,
What is
which then births
happening?
the demon baby. But it's
Oh my
Roland's son. It's the seeds from him. It's
Oh,
crazy, and it's like,
okay.
was that planned, or was he like, oh, I could just
Did it fall
link
into
those
place?
two, right?
They could even
Yeah.
have thought like, oh, I want these characters to become intertwined later, or I want to have like a new character, a baby.
Yeah, or maybe he was like, hey, I got this idea where this guy is gonna impregnate this demon, and the demon's gonna impregnate this other human down the line, and that was.
And they didn't know what the characters would be. Yeah.
Right.
You know, Pixel Trader with his comment that like he's writing random scenes and then going, okay, how do they go together? I used to do that with everything too. And it's doing enough of that and basically going like, fuck, all of this iteration's a lot of hard work. If only I'd set about with a little bit more structure to begin with, this would have been a lot easier. And so like that's what one step in the learning process, you do that a bunch, and then you're like, how about I do something a little more thought out? But not too thought out.
Yeah, not too thought out. You need a loose plan, but you can't have everything completely rigidly planned out. It's kind of, it almost feels like top-down governance in a way. You kind of have to trust the nuances of the story to grow into themselves as you work. And it's like, it's very similar, I think, to say a commie government that's like, I understand everything about what every aspect of all the citizens' lives, so we have to, totally control everything, as opposed to letting things organically develop. Because if you try to micromanage it too much and lay out the plan, you constrain the story.
You know Michael Dietz's comment, if you write yourself into a corner, introduce the alien spaceship. We live in a fucking world where a narrative is just being constructed 24/7. Like, it almost feels like Bluebeam is the writing yourself into a corner in reality, in the narrative, and then the Deus Ex Machina is, we do aliens.
That is funny to look at it like that.
So what was, this is the last slide, so what even was the conclusion here? It's that self-aware and oblivious is like a spectrum, but then everyone has both. Oblivious is like a blind spot.
You can have good and you can have good and bad versions of both. In Connell, Connell is oblivious. Slugsy is self-aware. Zelan, the third character that no one knows about yet, is chosen obliviousness through true self-awareness. it's like the trifecta of all three.
Yeah,
of
it
those.
can get kind of meta, and they can be wrong about what they think of themselves and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So.
Well, we've decided there's a spectrum, and the truly insufferable ones are those who are oblivious but think they're self-aware. Basically,
yeah,
they're
that's
full of themselves.
That is,
Good.
and that is
Yeah.
true. That's funny.
They cause the
Okay.
most trouble for other people too.
No, somebody can be either a genius or an idiot, but though both ends of that spectrum can be lovable, the only people that are truly insufferable are the egotists.
They're smack dab in the middle, and it
Smack
is
dab
sometimes
and
big
ding dang.
egos can be like annoying.
Fucking big asshole.
And if they
I
have a
think it's
big
a-
ego, you can slap down the ego in the story. That will make them more likable.
Right. That's
Mhm.
what's interesting to me, like showing the transition between the two, and because both things are very human traits, and we've
Yeah.
all experienced them.
That's like
and,
actually Toy Story is kind of like that. Like Buzz is oblivious, Woody is self-aware, and they clash, and then they kind of meet in the
I
middle.
can see that.
Yeah, you see Buzz seeing all the other
Interesting.
Buzzes, realizing he's just a toy, and you're like, man, been there too, bro.
Mm,
I was-
Yeah.
We've all been retarded. Buzz, don't worry, we've all been retarded at some point.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
read this poem one more time to bookend it.
Yeah.
Just indulge me.
I will.
It's called "I Met a Genius" by Charles Bukowski, the famous CIA poet. And
Mhm.
he says, "I met a genius on the train today, about 6 years old. He sat beside me, and as the train ran down along the coast, we came to the ocean, and then he looked at me and said, 'It's not pretty.' It was the first time I'd realized that."
It's still stupid, but I'm glad you
Nope,
like it.
As people come around, anyone? You feel like it's a
No.
good poem now?
I
No.
Lewis
I-
Carroll.
I always saw this Trojan horse for what it was, Pen.
What was
The
it?
psyop.
Psyop poem.
Oh yeah,
This poem
Ah.
is, um,
yeah.
It's an yes, the world is ugly. Communist.
What is super ego, by the
framework.
way? I know ego and id.
Let's Google it.
Where is
It's
fancy
just-
bread?
It just sounds funnier to me, but I don't know if it's because it's late and I'm getting tired, or it's like,
You're
bro,
laughing at the
really?
poem.
You thought this kid was a genius? Or is this written by an idiot?
No, he thinks he's a
You
genius
never
because the
realized
kid-
that the ocean is sometimes ugly? Are you
he
dumb?
interprets the kid's point of view as a transcendent truth. That's
Okay.
Oh my
It needs
God.
like the Always
my
Sunny
God.
music at the end. So he's like, it was the first time I realized that.
okay. The super ego, an internal structure or part of the self that, as the internal authority, reflects on the self, makes judgments. So it's your frontal lobe.
What is it,
Exerts
super
more-
ego?
That's a good
Yeah.
superhero name. Super ego.
Mm.
Oh no! If anyone did him now, it'd be a fucking influencer. Oh,
Patent pending.
Pat. It's a good inventor name.
Patent.
Pat pending.
Patent.
Pat and pending.
Patton.
Patton
Patton. Pending.
No, it's too close to Patton Oswald.
Oh god.
Ooh. All Oswald. It's with a T. Do you know that?
Oswald.
Yeah, Patton Oswald. He like shot that president.
Yeah.
Oswald.
The president. That
Oswald.
was his wife. Was the president.
Patton Oswald was married to JFK secretly.
Hey, speaking of
You're getting
mid-wit
people mixed up.
narcissists, Patton Oswald, right? Am I right?
Midwit
Yes,
narcissist.
He's a comic book writer. Did you know that?
Oh,
That's kind
Oh,
If you
why
wanna-
did you have to remind me?
if you want to call it that, Phil.
He
Ah.
writes a lot of comic books. In fact, now get this. This is weird. We were talking about Bukowski, and the movie about him is called Barfly. Pretty sure Patton Oswalt writes a comic called Barfly this year. He wrote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Patton Oswald.
Does it have anything to do with the movie?
He wrote a comic
No.
called "If I Did It."
That would be awesome.
yeah. That's funny.
No
I think
comment.
I understand that reference.
Uh-huh.
How did he kill his wife? By the way, was it like one of those?
You just gave away the punchline.
Was
You
it
were
one of
trying to
those?
tell Coy.
Right.
We weren't supposed to say that part out loud.
You didn't know I'm talking
thought
about
it was
him.
I thought it was a matter of public knowledge.
Yeah.
I remember when she died, and I just remember reading this article about he's like, oh, he's so sad, he just found her, and I was like, it's very weird.
Is it one
I
of
was like,
those?
was,
I
like,
don't
being
know what
poisoned.
happened, but whose
Mhm.
instinct is to write an article like
Is
that?
it a
It just
J-
came
is it
off
a-
as strange.
Is it a Jane from Breaking Bad? Oh, if I tilt her head to the side, she'll survive, but I'm not gonna do it. Is it one of those deaths? Oh,
I never seen Breaking Bad.
I
Oh,
don't know.
what the fuck, Phil?
Innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, watch Breaking Bad. Why haven't you watched it?
Phil,
Watching
Breaking
Deadwood
Bad
right
is
now.
very depressing for the first 3
watch it.
seasons. If you go back and if anyone go back and watch it, it's so depressing at the beginning.
I'm more of a Malcolm in Middle kind of guy.
Womp womp womp. I'm more of a
Wah.
editing both of them together kind of guy.
That'd be funny.
Rami says Saul is better. I haven't watched that. I have watched Breaking
Yo.
Bad. I liked it.
Wolfler's in the chat. What's up, Wolfler? Good to
Hi
see
there.
you.
Hello, Wolfler.
You know,
That's
this
inspiring. What's up, Jim Carr?
Patton
Jim Cox is like,
Oswalt
I
is
will make all the
inspiring.
meth.
Cox.
You know, things like Better Call Saul, maybe we could
Okay,
explore
thanks,
this at some point. They do create like a hypnosis that's addictive, but like once you fall out of it, you're not really that interested in going back.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about.
Oh
what-
yeah, for sure. There's a lot of stuff like that. Series are like that.
Let's do a quick
Mm.
round of promo,
Hell yeah.
and then we'll decide
Yeah.
what's up.
I
Maybe
gotta.
maybe it's a little meme action in like 10-15 minutes.
Ooh, meme time.
So yeah, sign up for the Whittler. That's the main thing. Next week, actually launching, right? And it's
Yeah,
not.
next-
It's launching just
Thursday.
on your site too, right?
That's right. Right here on Zade Comics, you'll go there. There'll be a button that'll take you to the launch page. If you share my screen here, here's the actual image of the retro variant. And you little mystery, no title release yet. It's behind this wood
Oh, I
that-
like that.
that may be whittled.
Ah.
And you could see the crazy colors that our colorist did. Doug Smith and Eugene actually worked on this too. And Doug he goes by Blue Moon Cartoons on Twitter. So he has all the crazy dots in here and shading, and it just looks so badass. It's very
I am-
1970s.
Very
I'm intrigued
cool.
by how
Wow.
much this piece looks like a different piece that I've seen. As if
Yes.
there are animation frames between the two.
Yeah, so yeah, I actually revised that piece. So there was an
Ah.
original cover from years ago that I was gonna have Jake color.
I was supposed to color it.
Yeah, and
This is better. This is better.
dude, I have that file that you did of like the shadows and stuff.
Mhm.
And it still, I'm like, oh man, this looks so cool because you did just like I think it was flatted, and then you did like the shade.
I did a gray. I did a tonal pad.
It looked really cool.
I genuinely always do mean to color it, and then stuff keeps.
Well, we changed the art anyway, so
stuff has come up over and over and over again for years.
it's different now, and we edited the gun and
happens.
stuff, so it's fine.
This is
But
cool.
yeah, so there was some. I had to basically redraw the whole thing. But yeah, this is going to be just one of the variants. It's going to be on newsprint, this version, and you can get it in like a big bundle, or you can buy it by itself. But yeah, Friday, or no, sorry, not Friday. Next Thursday, a week from today, we're launching on Bancrofts. It's going to be a hoot, and then we're doing Creative Block, then Diaz Brothers Show Friday, and a bunch of
gonna
other
be
stuff.
great.
So
Scroll down to the bottom. I like those smoke trails coming off the back of the characters'
Yeah.
feet.
it's going to be cool. Yeah, it's
I'm
very
excited to see this reveal.
Spoilers.
going to be awesome.
Spoilers.
Phil, did you sell one of those shirts yet?
We did. We sold one amazing. If you X out of that, no, yeah, there you go. Close. We sold one of those shirts, and the person used the promo code, which is
They did.
awesome, for a deal. Yeah. So and it delivered already too. So
Cool. I don't think they're where it got delivered to, but
Yeah, me neither. But yeah. Thank you,
Cool.
whoever brought that. Appreciate that.
Sweet.
Rini, how's Fiendish 3 doing? Ooh,
Pretty
almost
good, as you can
55.
see. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
less. Wow, there's another backer tonight since I last checked. Yeah. God damn, thank you guys
Almost
so much.
650.
yeah, someone
Right, in my
push it
head,
to
I'm
50.
still stuck at like $10,000 behind, which is wild because wow, that's a lot of money. But yeah, in my head, like, yeah, we're gunning for 45K. No, bitch, you're almost at 55K, so that's really great.
Hell
Yeah, less than $500 to 55K, and I just totally delayed it. I got really burned out after streaming a whole shit ton last week, so I just posted the new stretch goal, the 55K update, as we're like almost about to hit it. But the next stretch goal is what was it? Oh, it's a main cover mini print. So perfect. That main cover, this right here. Everybody will get a mini print that's about the same size as the comic, a little smaller, but it's like a it's basically like a, think of a very, very oversized postcard. It'll be on cardstock. It'll look nice, but it's a small print that I can ship with the comic, almost like a backing board. But yeah, everyone will get one of those for free. And if we get to 55K, and the 50K stretch goal was 2 more pages of world building content, and that has already been reached. So hell yeah, there's going to be more world building material in the book, and I will I'm hoping to add that a couple of times, because adding pages to the book means more money, but I want to put more content in there and ramble about our world building. So I'm really glad we hit that. And yeah, let's keep pushing and see if we can get to 55. That would be awesome. Maybe
Right.
even more. Maybe we can get to that spot UV goal. Wow.
Oh yeah, the mysteries. It
Yeah.
keeps going. Let's get down here.
Yes.
Getting
Yes,
this
I got
going right here.
plans. I got plans, guys.
Cool.
I think that's about it. Other than the preview on Global Comics is that also there's the button at the end of the pages. Interior sample here leads there. I just posted an update with a link to the Global Comics as well. But yeah, I have like 15 pages of the comic that's free to read right now. So if you haven't checked that out yet, go check it out. I just look, there's like almost 2,500 views on that free preview. It helps to have free stuff. People like free stuff. So it has a lot of views. And go check it out and give it some more views because it looks good for my page.
Cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
This
we
is looking
have
nice.
yeah, we have had more backers trickling in. We're up to 76. This is the most exciting time ever for Carnal. Lettering done. All trading card stretch goals unlocked. Everyone's gonna get all those item cards. They're gonna be free. I have even designed the game that those trading cards were always meant to be part of. If you go right down to the bottom, pair, to where all the trading cards live, like the stupid map of like the confusing map, yeah. So these are item cards there, and if you scroll up,
Right here.
yeah. So not those ones; those are just kind of like art. But the ones below it, where it's all the characters as individual cards, right? These cards and the items cards, they actually have been intended to work in a card game that I am roughly calling Cockfight.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
nice.
Totally not copyright, not taken by anyone else.
Oh my god. You need to hear about that.
It's well, you know, dropping the indie from the front. It's called Cockfight. Creator-owned cards fight. Anyway. So though some of those will be battlers, some of them will be supporters, and the item cards are usable item cards in the game. You will essentially build your own team by having a main hero, supporters, and items that build up, and you'll fight someone else who has the own team, and you might be able to have 2 teams building, like one on the bench and one active, and you can switch them. But yeah, so I've designed the card game that these go into. You want all of the cards because you want to play it. The game is also designed
where other people can make their own cards and they would function, and it is not difficult to balance across. You don't have to balance the entire game. Someone could make Minecraft in the chat talking about the creator on creator. That's a great way of putting it.
Real fast too, so I can take it down. Alex VRB, this was a fun show. Meme and extras going up. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
We're gonna check it out in a
Woo!
second.
Hell yeah!
My dude.
Someone else who had their own book could actually just make their own cards because
Damn.
because the way the system works is as long as you don't overpower, I mean someone could, but each IP is its own team. You know what I mean? Like it's its own type. You know how you have like fire and water and all that? Like you essentially have types, but your type is your IP. Anyway, just saying there's an added layer coming in with the cards, and it should be fun. And I'll kind of, when the time comes, I'll put the rules up and a little guide to how to design such
That's
a thing.
awesome.
And
Yeah.
anyone could make
Cool.
you guys know my own point of view on copyright and the freedom of ideas. Like I don't have the power to tell anyone they can't make fucking trading cards that work. So anyway, yeah. So that's exciting. So you got the also exciting. Lettering is complete. I am now going to do sound effects and then do coloring. Like that's fucking flawless. Now triple layer of excitement. I have a quote from a printer, and today I received samples from said printer.
Ooh.
The samples, funnily enough, included books that I already own from other people.
Really?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny. So you figured out who somebody's
What?
printer was?
I have inadvertently figured out someone else's printer. But
That's
like,
crazy.
That's great.
but the samples are fantastic.
Better not be from my books.
It isn't from yours, Phil. I actually do have a quote where I reasonably priced can put gold foil on all the covers. Like I actually
Hell
have that.
yeah!
No, that's awesome.
There you go. You heard it here. It's happening. Everybody's getting gold foil.
Like and so
first.
there is incredibly rare covers for people who got twin snakes, and even they will be gold. Like with this new printer, it doesn't matter like how many of a cover have it. It's like as if they're all ran through the process at once. Name names, Jake. Nope, not happening.
That's wild. I never knew they could do that.
Yeah, well, they just have.
Is it a
samples.
full book too? Like,
Yes.
wow, that's wild.
Well, they said they have printers have samples that they
you
send
can
to
ask for
customers.
any printer should do that.
Yeah, but
If it's a
you
new
do
printer.
full book of someone's book.
No,
Yeah,
they
just ask them for-
they took someone's book and ripped it in half, Phil, and then sent me that.
No, I've done that before. Just a new printer. I don't know. Those are like send me books you've printed before, preferably comics.
But yeah, the samples I have are like on point. They're great. So I'm definitely going with this printer. I'm very happy. I'm still on course. Maromi says gold foil on every page. You know, Maromi, there's one of these samples where someone chose 2 different fucking foil colors on that one cover.
On
and
one
I'm like,
book?
That's
yeah.
very
I'm like-
extra.
I'm
Wow.
like, fucking hell, man, that's crazy.
That is
Yeah.
extra. Holy crap.
And like they even do hologram effects that I've been looking for, but I'm not.
Wait,
I'm just-
what?
Yep.
What do you mean?
Cool.
Not old school 90s holographic where it's like a hologram on a toy, like where it has depth. I just mean holograms is like it's like a foil paper, but it's a lamination. It's my holy grail that I've been chasing.
Okay.
But yeah, so look, there's never a if people in the chat, Pixel Trader, have you backed Name and Shame? No. There has never been a better time to back. I am getting this in people's hands by Christmas. Come hell or high water.
Yes.
I couldn't be prouder of this book. I want to give an idea to you guys, right? What do you think about a stream
Mhm.
where, say, Phil, let's say you come on the stream. It's my
Okay.
channel. It's just
I'm
me
like
and
that.
you, right?
Mhm.
You have a PDF of the book. You have the book on your screen. The audience cannot see it. They do not see what you're looking at.
Okay.
And you read the entire book whilst on stream.
Allowed.
And the stream is no one sees what you're reading though, and you don't give away any spoilers. They just see your reactions to reading it.
All right.
And it's
don't know.
just
That's fun.
it's a stream of you going, "What? Oh my god, what the fuck?" It's just a stream of
That
that.
could either go really well or really badly.
I don't
Yeah,
know
if-
how. I don't
you're-
know. how
Could
many
either be
people would
really
wanna watch that.
entertaining or just like frustrating for the audience. Like, show us what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would make the audience excited to get their book, but like
Mm.
with a book like Connell, I think it would actually be fun. With a different books, it would probably really, I don't know. If your
That's-
book's
that's
good,
true.
that
Oh,
would be
you
a
know
good
what?
stream.
You know what people do that's fun sometimes like that, but it might be better is they do live tweeting the experience. of reading the book.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
Norm
So they
McDonald.
tweet
People do
after
that with
page one, they tweet
movies.
after page
Fun.
2, and it would be a little spoilery. If they did
Mm.
that, but
Yeah.
I'm
Sounds
just
fun
putting it out.
though.
Because here's the thing. I do want some people to like proofread it so they don't have a million spelling mistakes, but like I kind of want to capture their first time reading it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not the guy to catch your spelling mistakes.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Guess Phil's off the roster for the.
Get a copy editor.
I'm not a speller, as Pixel Trader learned about
Oh.
20 minutes ago.
Oh, Pixel. He.
Oh.
Well,
But
Well-
yeah, I'll
well-
read it. It'll be fun.
cool.
Cool.
You know, I would love to get because Phil, I think it's been a while since you looked at it, and Pear, it has been a dog's age since you saw it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'll read it
Yeah.
beforehand. I don't mind. I don't have to wait or whatever. I'm looking forward to
You
it.
should get sorry to cut you off. You should get Alex VRB to spell check for you. He spell checks my Nanarsa. I
Oh,
forgot.
that's funny.
He is a copy editor as far as I'm concerned. And also thank you, Alex.
Jesus, that's
Crazy.
insane.
So this too, almost 5 figures. Everyone, check this out. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
76?
When Kickstarters end, people have errored payments, and then they have to fix it, or their stuff gets cancelled.
Right.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow when it's been 7 days, and they cancel, and it goes below 9,000.
Oh,
Someone save it!
no.
Someone save it tonight! Keep us within
Somebody-
9,000.
Quick,
that's the
somebody
difference
in
between
chat
Kickstarter
who
and
hasn't
Indiegogo.
backed it. That
Yeah.
sounds so disheartening at the end. I guess that's the price you pay for having a bigger audience on Kickstarter, though.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Hotel Story. So we're 6 days at the 30-day mark. The Indiegogo launches. The Indiegogo is going to be parsed down like just the books and the making of. So this one has the bonus zine and the bonus books Nosferatu. I got another kind of behind the scenes creator reaching out and saying they really like Nosferatu. I've had a handful of those. I'm like, maybe Nosferatu is like destined for.
You should do a sequel.
Call it
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
The Return of
Oh.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu with a
maybe
number
I
2.
will.
I don't know how
Good,
that's
dude. I don't
possible.
know.
That
And he's magical. He could come back somehow.
Nosferatu.
Would that not be a fun, like everyone does
smart.
my take on the classic story, but how about you write sequels to classic stories?
That would be smart. I like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. That would
True.
be fun. I want to do a mini comic or something at least.
That's yeah, that would be funny mini comic. I like that.
Yeah. There was a mini comic that came with Nosferatu and no one commented on it, but it was awesome. It was a great vampire. I mean, this is me tooting my own horn.
My
Like it was lost to history.
my girlfriend liked it. She read it. I haven't
Oh,
read it yet.
cool.
It's on my bookshelf, I think.
The actual Nosferatu or the mini comic?
The mini comic, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember she read that.
Who
I
cares
think-
about Nosferatu? I'm talking about the mini comic. Dog.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, so close to 8K. We got to hit that. Yeah, I'm gonna do another round of emails pretty soon because yeah, we want to get these numbers up.
Yeah.
The last book one got like 300 backers, so we want to hit that.
I think you have a chance. Seeing as you have 36 days left, I think you have a chance to get to 10. past the 10 mark by the end of it. That's why I had my fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Do it.
Shanth might be doing or
Yeah.
Shanth might be doing a sequel.
And Nosferatu 2.
Oh, yeah.
The sequel.
Keep pushing it. Get to 10K. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone should make a Shrek 2.
Hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Well, the other thing for me to show you guys is
What you got?
Da 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 da. The
Yeah.
meme. Yeah.
Adventuring in the woods, in the
In the jungle?
deep in the
yeah.
jungle.
God, look how cool Woody and Buddy. Woody and Buddy.
Woods and Buddy.
Wasn't Buzzy.
That's great.
Wood and Buddy.
Amazing.
If the characters did go on adventures and it was fantasy, you would have to put them in some kind of like Vietnam like military situation at some point to see how they'd function.
speaking of
Yeah.
sequels or whatever. Yeah, it'd be fun if it was public domain. I don't know. Check
Yeah.
out Napoleon
50 years.
Jungaparte up here. Trust me. bro.
Ah.
Hey,
It
imagine
says something
putting-
on his hat too. What does it say? It says, "Get jungy with it."
Get gummy with it?
Jungy.
Can't even read that. That's
Jungian,
funny.
Jungian psychology.
There you go.
Yeah,
Are we in-
Youngie.
Ah.
Youngie with it.
Are we in the
Yeah.
Carl Jungle?
No,
Yeah.
this is in the jungle. Napoleon Jungaparte is his name.
Oh
Amazing.
yeah, Youngaparte. My bad.
Amazing.
The
Who are
ones,
these two guys?
the
Oh,
ones
that's
that-
Guts and Griffith.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Wait,
it is.
Is Griffith a boy?
And who's
Yes.
this lady in the back?
Why does he look
Who's
like a?
Because he's
That's just his
Griffith.
design. He
Griffith
looks very
looks like a-
femme.
Yeah.
He is
That's
a
why I
boy.
want to be best friends with Griffith because he's so damn.
Kind
sexy.
of. I mean, he does do it with guys at certain points.
He
It's
takes it in the
complicated.
ass. He takes one, or 2, or 3, or 4,000.
Complicated story.
He's pay for play.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Pray for gay.
all right, I'm gonna read mine.
Yeah.
Reverse psychology works 100% of the time. Are these tricks and shortcuts like too jacked up? Shit, this theory is breaking down.
I like how retarded your rendition is this time.
That is a very dumb one.
Perfect.
It's
Perfect.
funny. It's adorable.
Mine is the one that the AI can't do yet, which is the way I want it.
It's a little confusing. It's probably like, what kind of creature is this? I'm very lost.
I like him.
It's a good poem. It takes place in 1,000,000-year-old Taiwan. Why do people like poems? Don't worry, we've all been retarded at some point.
Oh
True.
my gosh.
I did say no.
Million-year-old Taiwan. Amazing. Can't
Who's
believe you
the,
said that.
Who's the ghost lady behind them?
I don't know.
This is the
Okay.
mystery we haven't figured out. What were we talking about that has her in it?
I don't know. That's
Oh, the
freaky. though. I
forest.
like it.
It looks like Motha Mary to me.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Alex, give
Uh,
us a clue if you know.
You like characters that are suffering, and you hate characters that get everything handed to them. I'm more of a Malcolm in the Middle guy.
Nice.
He's suffering.
That quote would work in real life.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Mm.
Just say that. No, say that in response to literally everything people are sharing an opinion on. You say, I'm more of a Malcolm in the Middle guy. Do you want the burger or the steak? And you just go, I'm more of a Malcolm in the Middle
I
guy.
do that with everybody's like music takes. I always give some like shit take, like the Spin Doctors or
Oh yeah.
What?
from the 90s.
Just tell them you're a Malcolm in the Middle guy.
People are like Israel or
Oh my
Palestine.
god.
I'm
Yeah.
more of a Malcolm in the
Malcolm in
Middle.
the
Yeah.
Middle guy.
That'll really go over well.
I'm
People
more of
definitely
a-
have chill about that.
I'm more of a Malcolm in the one state solution guy. Fuck them both.
Well, people love that. This isn't that doom and gloom. Go all the way. I guess I just don't like people from the West Coast. That is a post World War II commie shithole. There you go.
Damn.
Burn, epic burn.
Nice.
I
That was a
forgot.
good
I
combo
came
of
into
the
the
tweets.
stream. Yeah, I came into the stream hot on some West Coast hate. Oh,
Riding
well.
and hot.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, not these. Oh, we can look at this real fast.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
colored version.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Back Hotel Story. Check out Jared's work. It's so good.
The colored
Hell
version
yeah.
is great.
This is fantastic. This is efficient. This is impactful
Oh,
and efficient.
That
Yeah, here's Black
ring.
Knight. Wait, where am I? Sorry.
No,
we
I'm
go.
just gonna. Where's the
You were
porn?
scrolling the wrong
Yeah.
direction.
What the fuck? I have
That
never
was
seen any of these.
funny.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, they were in the
What?
replies.
Look at Phil's giant
are-
head.
Was this from last
I
week? When
know.
was this?
No,
Why
no,
you-
these-
No,
they're-
these
are the
are
bonus
he just
memes.
made these.
So there's the button that I always push. We're drinking booze.
Why are you
That looks
Two-Face style?
terrifyingly like Phil. That's like uncanny.
Ah,
I'm really terrified.
Yeah, it's getting better. What is that? That's crazy. That
And what
looks
are the
really good.
shadowy creatures in the back?
Also kind of look like Patch when Wolverine had an eye patch.
Henry Bemis,
Oh.
no!
I
I
think
said
the-
everyone in chat is excluded. I love you all.
Hella.
Henry, I love the West Coast. Back Connell again. I actually do.
If
If you're in chat and you're from the West Coast, I still love you. It's okay. With all my heart.
I love 2015 Seattle.
Yeah. Alex VRB said with the woman in the corner that he said I'd put a ring on her. So that's like the clue. That makes me think it could be Salome, but the AI
Salome.
didn't give her turban. So it's hard to guess, but
Is she wearing a turban authentically, or is she a poser?
that's
It's
good
for
question.
style, bro.
Good question.
And I'd say authentic.
No,
Not that
Henry
I'm on the
Bemis
pod.
hates me now. What have I done?
Yay, Henry Bemis gonna back my book again. We need it to stay on this side of 9,000,
Okay.
Henry. We need it.
I guess I deserve it. I guess I deserve
I
it.
don't. Got him.
And then look at this. I like this one.
That is so fun. Oh my god. The art looks good too. That's fine. Okay, somebody's
Yeah, this is pretty good
saying
AI.
art looks good. But this
Like-
is actually a shockingly good AI piece. That's
Hot-
hilarious.
like-
What's happening though?
So you're a dragon psychiatrist,
Yep.
and I'm
Like-
talking
Telling
about
you
You're
about
like
his
a
dream where a dragon
traumatized
killed him.
knight. Well, it sounds like you're a traumatized knight who's talking about the traumatizing battle you had against a dragon. And I'm
To
a
a dragon!
psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
your smoke is doing something too. Your smoke is like, what the fuck
I
is
have
this guy?
no
doing?
idea what's
the
happening.
topic psychology. So Two-Face.
Oh, it's a
What do you
Rorschach
see
test.
Broke
A
when you
Rorschach
look into
test.
this? Yeah.
Did you guys know the Templar cross
Oh.
is the shape of a fucking photon?
No.
No.
Have you guys seen the shape of a photon?
No.
Yeah, I've seen a Templar cross before.
Whoa, hold on.
Dragon Rini with cleavage is what the world
Confused.
needs right now.
Hold on, I got the photon.
Ah,
And funnily enough,
was not expecting
Am
that
I
I would
James
be a
Bond?
dragon
I
lady.
think I'm James Bond. And
You
you're
know-
Two-Face.
Hey, just because I'm Chinese.
in Connell, I want to explore the different archetypes of characters, and there's like the evil queen, evil sorcerer style character, but you put it in an unconventional way. I really want to do a fucking psychologist character who's an evil sorceress, the evil queen, but she's everyone's fucking psychologist.
Oh, that
work,
sounds
yeah.
like fun.
I like that.
Like, here's the photon I'm sharing.
Do you guys remember this psychologist scene in? I'll throw it up in just a second. In
Two shots, Two-Face.
there's something about Mary. You guys remember that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Still haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
He's
I'm
talking
in
to the
the-
psychologist, so he's in the chair looking away, and he tells his whole life story about how he loves this girl, but he hasn't seen her in years, and he can't
Mhm.
stop thinking about her. And then you find out that the psychologist was gone the entire time, and he sneaks in as the
Mm.
guy finishes the story, and he's like eating a sandwich. And he just catches the end, and he's
I do
like,
remember that.
yeah, and he's like, rest stops are the bathhouses for many gay men in the 90s.
Yeah,
That's
no,
like
the-
his commentary on the story.
This
Yeah.
psychologist character honestly, they're just completely negligent. It's- Look, there's a photon.
Oh, that's cool.
What? That is wild.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait,
Huh.
is that more than cool? Is this mind blowing? Maybe.
Deus Volt intensifies? Question mark.
Yeah.
And also, if you fold
like a
down,
cross.
if you fold a pyramid flat, that's what you get too.
Oh my!
Fold a
It's all
pyramid.
coming together.
You smash a pyramid
Oh, you like smash it under your foot?
Yeah,
like
like
a pancake.
It does actually. It is like that too because the pyramids have
Yeah, I
a
see what you're
dent,
saying.
like a dip in the
They're
center.
eight
like,
sided. They're eight
each side.
sided.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
Watch
Wow.
the mummy.
Mesmerizing.
The
They
mummy.
knew that shit. You know, I saw a really evil video from Japan today of someone putting, you know, those panini presses where they put like a flatbread and then they flatten it, it's heated. They just
Yeah.
put a live scorpion in one of those,
Oh no.
Oh.
and they
no,
compressed it into
no.
bread and then like served it
What?
in a fucking paper. Yes, it's real.
What?
They just put
Horrible.
dunked this scorpion, and I'm like, you don't deserve that.
Japan?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't China?
China.
Sounds like weird stuff.
Well, let's
that-
say it's China then.
China.
Some fucking
I
Chinese.
mean, I don't know. It could be Japan, but China is more apt to, eat weird stuff. So
It was
it's just-
black. It was black, and then when it came out of the thing, it was red.
I have a
Crazy.
contentious
Could be AI.
topic on a Japanese topic. You know, when you go to a restaurant and there's the Japanese guy who's usually Mexican and he cooks in front of you on a flat top grill.
Yeah,
What do you call that?
hibachi.
I was told that hibachi is the grill and there's another name for it. That's the actual grilling.
That's true. I don't know the word. Americans just colloquially call the whole thing hibachi.
Teppanyaki. That's where we got it.
You're gonna get me struck for-
Teppanyaki?
Yeah, that's what
Huh?
my
Don't
friends
we-
were calling it.
You're not gonna get struck for Thomas the Tank Engine rendition of Back to the Future theme.
You will, because I'm gonna strike the channel.
Teppanyaki.
we don't need to watch
okay.
that anyway. I like watching your guys'
Teppanyaki
faces
translates
more
as
than that.
tiepan, so that's just what hibachi. My impression, that's just what hibachi is called when you're in Japan and in Taiwan. Like we call it tiepan, so it's just the same kanji in Chinese. Like hibachi is probably the name of the actual grill piece, but in
Yeah.
America they call it hibachi. The whole experience hibachi.
Mhm.
But in Japan and Taiwan, I'm not Japanese, so disclaimer. But when I have gone to get that type of food in Japan, and it was teppanyaki, and it was a guy cooking a whole pancake thing in front of you.
Sure.
Isn't that like when you say "Let's go get a hot pot"? You're talking about the pot that it's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But it's yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
learned that. Crazy. You
Neat.
never know.
You never know.
Just use
Hibachi's the name of the girl.
use charcoal for your hibachi, not propane.
Really?
Does it make a difference?
Based King of the Hill viewers will get the reference.
I will say I had the best teppanyaki it was somewhere in Tokyo, but it was so good. It was a hole in the wall place that my old friend who lived there for like 15 years knew. It's always a hole in the wall places. So good.
When I was in Japan, all I could eat was fucking rice balls from 7-Eleven because everything gave me gout.
Oh yeah, you could even
Oh.
eat the awesome
Yeah.
food.
Oh, how about
Oh.
today? Maybe it'll be a bit of interest. Nope, that's a lot of pain.
Oh
dogs.
no. Guess who
thinking
can
about
never
ending
move
the
to
stream.
Japan?
How do you guys
Yeah.
feel about that?
That was a
That's
good
alright.
good show.
That's alright.
I thought it was really great. I enjoyed the discussion.
Jolly
It's a
good
good
show.
show.
Yeah, pretty good. It's fun to dig down and get a little
Get a little
stuff to
dirty.
take forward.
Mm.
I finished a big project, so I'm in between projects. I'm going to take 2 weeks just to write, and then I'll actually fall behind on stuff I should be doing. But then I'm jumping straight into Grand Prix.
Cool.
And trying to finish it as fast as possible.
So the thing you're going to jump into writing, is that a secret thing for down the line?
I'm writing one more. I've been writing some Naked Samurai one shots. So I'm writing one more of those, and I'm writing a Percival one shot. Those are the two things I have to write. The Percival one shots are like they're a little bit longer. They're like 90 pages.
And
I'm excited for those.
The writing really is the most important thing, and to me it takes the longest. It should take the longest.
Mm,
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you count like, it kind of stewing in your head and then
Mm.
redrafting a few months later and then
right.
the
But I mean, it's very.
lettering phase changing it. Yeah.
I feel like a
With
lot
the
of it.
thumbnailing.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it can be passive, like you said, like stewing in your head. It's
Mm.
like, oh, I'm just watching TV. I have an idea, or I'm out or working out, and I got an idea or something, and then you jot it down, and then consolidate that stuff once you sit down and write
Yeah.
it. So it happens differently, you know.
Let's it sounds like, and let me know what you guys' experience is. For me, writing happens in bursts, so it's not like with drawing, it's a concentrated amount of time. It's like I will work it's never 8 hours, it's more like 12 hours a day penciling or inking a page, and I can time how many hours I spend. But with writing, it's bursts, and it's a continual never ending process that's interweaved with the thumbnailing and penciling and inking, and it doesn't end until the book literally goes to print because you're revising the dialogue.
Sure.
Yeah, so if you actually break down the amount of time total, the writing does take way more time. It's just spread out.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this week, that I'm a writer and that's what people know me for. But because we've done like crowdfunding campaigns and now we're doing the stuff through our website, like all of those things also get in the way of writing. So I'll only have a burst of writing maybe once a month because I have a day job and then I'm also setting up stuff for campaigns, so I kind of have to backlog things, have stuff that like I already have the next issue that my artist, Oliver's not drawing yet. It's done, written, it's ready for him to go. So I have that and loaded up so I could take care of other things and make sure, the website and the crowdfunders are running smoothly. But if I have a day job, be writing, for 6 hours a day, but it's a
Yeah.
very
Well,
different
yeah, you
thing.
made that system work for you. That is a good way to do it, to like let things percolate and then burst, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and
I'm
you can
definitely
definitely
feeling
write
it.
more content than you can draw. For
That's
me,
true. That's true.
like I kind of have some backlogged scripts or whatever.
Running a campaign takes so much energy and time, though. It's shocking because I've been trying to. I'm like, oh, once I launch, I'll be able to get stuff done. No, it's so much work to because you have to promote it if you don't want your campaign to fail. There's more to the memes.
I
Oh,
want
it's
to
supposed to.
backlog some scripts. So like once this book's done, I already have the first side book obviously laid out, but I want to like lay out the next two main chapters and then also lay out two further side books, like to see if I can do all of that in a burst. So that then I think I could do two campaigns a year. One side quests and one main book. I
Mhm.
think I can probably write and draw them both. I think I could actually do all of it myself. And it's just refining the story in the layouts over time, like having it done, having the initialization done in advance so it can be ruminated on and fed back on.
Yeah, I'm trying for the same. I need to, get started on the side books, but I mentioned in Taiwan, I basically went through and thumbnailed all of. They're really rough, but all of the next book of Fiendish and the beginning of the freaking fifth book. And when those, I think thumbnailing is one of those things where if lightning strikes, you have to throw everything aside and do it because you
Yep.
need to be in a very specific headspace to manage that level of storytelling. And but yeah, having a backlog of side stories and a bunch of thumbnails done ahead of time, I think is really good. And because you have more time to refine it too, and you'll have less regrets with the final product, I think, if you can work that way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I mean. I think you need that time to reflect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh, share my screen. Alex VRV posted something else.
Okay, where?
I in particular enjoy.
Another
Probably
code.
nobody
There-
else cares.
They revealed that the Tic Tac is a fucking
Yes.
Lockheed Martin thing, by the way.
Is it what?
The Tic Tac UFO craft is actually Lockheed Martin. They released the paper.
Oh, well, that's not surprising. I always figured it was some kind of technology
Uh,
made by us.
Okay,
This
so
is
this is
amazing.
American Psycho.
Yeah.
Let's see Paul, whatever. What's his name?
Paul Allen.
Let's see Paul Allen's card.
Yeah.
But what is INTJ? Is that your personality
It's those 16 personality things, and
Yeah.
INTJs are it's
Myers-Briggs.
Walter White and like all these cold psychopaths are always typed as INTJ, and I don't understand why.
I'm the
This-
whatever.
that's
This
not
is
true.
deep. This one's deep. This is good.
Yeah, this is good. This could go viral too if he posts. I feel like it would.
Yeah, this
Uh,
on its own works
yeah.
as a meme.
I think I'm the
Oh.
salesman, whatever that is. EN. I think I'm an ENTJ.
Oh.
Yeah.
It needs to be a
Interesting.
sequence, the whole sequence, but let's look at his, and it looks the other
Yeah,
guys. And he's
you
like
should do the whole
comments on his personality type. Oh, he's going to be compatible with the adventurer.
Would it be it's a
Cool.
retweet.
All right, we're 20.
Neat.
We're 17 seconds from exactly 3
Queen.
hours.
Oh, hell yeah. The sweet
12.
spot.
So my OCD is
11,
killing me, you guys. I'm gonna
10,
time it. I'm gonna time
9,
it.
8.
I'm gonna click it at
7,
50.
no. 6, 5,
4.
Wait,
I
not
clicked it.
too
I
early
clicked
though.
it.
My
Not too
channel
early.
next